I believe this is the next episode we was on. So
Costa Del Mar, where every adventure is waiting to be discovered. Let's see what's out there.
Don't worry about the dad on me.
When I came back from the war, I was very hanging on by a thread. I'm expert in 5 different surprises.
You get the camera lined up looking around.
Including a kickboxing champion, a special forces soldier, a sumo champion, and more.
I think that's good right there.
You could learn from their good and bad decisions. And to find out who will become the ultimate self-defense champion. So, the ultimate self-defense championship. The 8 contenders who are competing for the Ultimate Self-Defense Champion title, after completing a series of home invasion scenarios, were ready for their next challenge, the surprise attack. In this challenge, the contenders will start with a hood on, and as soon as it will be removed, they will have to immediately respond to whatever threat will be in front of them. While things will get physical, their first reaction and decision right after will be the defining aspect when assessing and comparing their performances to each other. And former Canadian Special Forces soldier Randy Turner was
I like this show a lot.
First. This is where every scenario will start. As soon as this
show is good. I like this show a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
In the first attack of an assailant with a wrench, even though Randy came out on top at the end, he got hit by the wrench once at the beginning and then multiple times later on. As he chambered, I attempted to get over top of the limb, but I don't think I did. I think I missed it. It might have been just a height discrepancy. Yet before we get to compare Randy's performance with the other 7 contenders, Randy first will get to go through all 5 surprise attacks one after the other, with the following one being...
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and notification bell for Social Certified. I'm just watching some USDC right now because I like the show, and I'm just chilling.
How to hold it. Good, how are you? Randy, what's your name? Nice to meet you. It's my baby, yeah? No, this is different, but I don't know who you are. My thought process when the hood came off, the directions and instructions that were given did not say we couldn't use the door, talk this guy away, keep the distance, have the baby away from him, make my way towards the open door, and then if he didn't bugger off, place the baby down and then engage. Just carry on with your day here. I'm just gonna get out of here. She's a newborn. Take your time.
Yo, who asked somebody baby?
While the situation could have escalated, Randy did a great job at keeping the stranger occupied while maintaining distance and walking out safely through the door. Since in self-defense, fighting is by far not the only option, even though the surprise attack challenge is designed to lead to physical altercations, I wanted to
what's good? What's good?
To signify the importance of
how you doing?
Yet in the next attack, Randy
have you ever watched this show?
Running away as
the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship?
Blindfold was on, and I could hear the rack. So I knew there was a scenario, just didn't know what position or what was going to unfold, how many people they're going to be. I'm in trouble. What do you want? What do you want?
Yo, he got the gun snatched out of his hand. Well, he is ex-military, so.
The weapon was exceptional.
If I would have seen it with my own eyes, I would have thought it scripted, but he did such a legit disarming technique. He pinned down, took him down, I would say, thousands of hours training to do this technique in a real-life scenario. Very impressive.
Unfortunately, that did not come without a price, as the weapon used was a 1-to-1 metal replica, and as the attacker got hit in a gap between the helmets, it led him to require stitches. Would I do anything differently? Probably not. But at the same time, my intention was not to hurt him. It was just to get him off my leg. Is there another avenue that I could have taken? Yeah, I could have. But I hope if that were to happen in real, that's exactly what I would do.
In order to ensure safety, in the next design scenarios, you'll see a rubber weapon, as we did not want to take any more risks. But Randy still had 2 more surprise attacks.
Oh boy, got
with
pistol
the next
whipped.
one being a pepper spray to the face before a physical attack. The fight was stopped since Randy's helmet came off, but since in this challenge the first response and the immediate follow-up is what matters the most, it was enough to make an assessment. Randy did not get flustered by the mock pepper spray, successfully blocked the first strike, and did a beautiful takedown. Unfortunately, he was then soon reversed, leaving him with a performance which could potentially be later surpassed by the other 7 contenders.
If I were to run that again, the thing I would probably do differently is change levels quicker rather than going backwards or forward.
But before Randy made an attempt at the final surprise attack, a hood of a jacket placed on the head by 2 attackers, there was one more aspect of the challenge that was not introduced yet. The option of using the Atomic Bear self-defense pen fitted with a training tip for the challenge.
You have up to 2 uses throughout the 5 scenarios.
And to raise the stakes,
Wait, what did it do?
the contender to use the pen in the best way will receive $1,000.
Atomic Bear
But
pen.
before the contenders put the self-defense pens to action, they were coached on the best way of using them.
John Wick is born using ballpoint pen. It looks good in the movie, but like first time you use it, breaks easily. And the grip on these things is terrible. It slips out, it hurts your hand. My goal was to design a pen that will have a better grip, mean feet on the end. It also has a concealed glass breaker.
And then once the contenders had
I
a
want
chance
that pen.
to try the pen out, Master Ken had some valuable insights.
I like the double hood.
And then it was time to get back to Randy's
Yo, that dude,
final
I like watching him. What's
surprise
good?
attack.
What's good, man? We just watched some USDC because I'm just chilling and watching YouTube right now. But I like this show. This is a good show. This is season 3 that I'm watching, but you know.
With the jacket being used against him and 2 attackers bigger than him, Randy struggled to get out of this one.
He's a big, strong dude. Great control, too. Like all the role players are bang on. Great control.
Yet despite the size difference, Randy was still able to use the Atomic Bear self-defense pen, which in reality could have made an impact.
Through the bear, I started to make motion like I was stabbing him in the leg. And then feel the other guy throwing some bombs, same thing. I just started to rapidly swing the atomic bear, hoping to catch something.
Yet despite the intensity, Randy enjoyed the challenge.
It's fun. That's
I think that would be fun. I want to do this. It's just
also wanted to add that we were
I'm not going to that country.
like, change the guys to be like more or less excited, but I'm like, you didn't get to choose an attacker on the street. You don't. Like, that's the big guy that I train for. 6'6", 300 pounds. Like, I'm the smallest guy in the world, man. Right here.
And then
like I want to do this, but I'm not going to.
Shade.
It's like someone's like, what is it called? It's some like V word. This is another country.
All around. I know they've got some crazy stuff planned.
The country where the vampires be at. You know, the story of them. That's the country they in. The one with the V, where the Dracula and stuff like that. I'm not going to live there to participate in this. But if they ever make one in America, I will. Hey, I'll sign up.
Although Shane did a number of things well by attempting to knock the attacker out early and getting into a good clinch to minimize the attacker's ability
I'll sign
to
up
strike
and
his
I'll
range.
damn sure let y'all watch. But I'm not going over there
They had at the very beginning,
unless I'm extra
and
rich.
2 more times right after.
I did my best to cover my head. Don't think I got my hands to cover my head just quick enough.
Yet Shane did not have a lot of time to contemplate his mistake as the next scenario was about to unfold.
They hand me like a newborn baby doll. My daughter was that big about a year ago. I'm thinking, ooh, this is a situation I've thought a lot about. As you become a father, your mindset changes to be a protector.
I'm good.
Yo, what's good, bro? And I'm looking at this is your business. That situation actually happens all the time where people are saying how beautiful your daughter is. You can't allow them to get close, but you also can't just react immediately as like a crazy person.
Why the fuck can't I? It's my daughter.
Shane did a great job of keeping the stranger at a distance and presenting and using the atomic bear pen to dissuade the attacker. Unfortunately, he did not use the escape option like Randy, and as a result, the baby suffered in the process.
Oh, the baby lost a leg.
He thought to have a chance to redeem himself at the weapon disarm scenario.
The first thing Rokas says, there's a in front of me. My first thought was, is it I can pick up and use?
Let him go down. Let him go down. Okay, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
Dang.
Like,
He got his gun snatched
Shane
twice.
showed a masterclass in weapon disarming by initially feigning compliance.
I do not want to go to the knees. The moment you're down on your knees, you don't have your footwork to rely on. He thinks I'm going down. That's my moment. Boom. I go with a redirection and I do my disarm. And in my mind, split second, I'm thinking, awesome. That worked. It worked.
Although Shane was confused by the weapon.
Through thousands of reps of weapon disarms, my muscle memory response, muzzle strike to a tap rack as I create distance, it was delayed a little bit because I had a foam wrench in my hand. So before you see me on camera, I'm tap racking a wrench.
And the next scenario for Shane was about to get
All these people they got is some type of professional fighter, ex-military, sumo wrestler, jiu-jitsu person.
Shane quickly recovered from impaired.
They don't really have like an average Joe in the show. I think they should to like a baseline to see how an average person will compare to like a situation like this, but they don't have one.
It's a much more common tool used by attackers than some would like to think.
That could happen in real life. Pepper spray, you can just buy that. Any attacker could go around and pepper spray you before doing whatever they are going to do.
I ain't gonna lie. If I just randomly get pepper spray, somebody getting shot. Like if I get pepper spray and you don't knock me out immediately, I'm done that thing for the fire off. Somebody can get hit. If I get we're just gonna be some shot up motherfuckers that day.
They need to step you in your leg so that you have blocked eyesight. You have a step on your eye, you fall to the ground, and then they start robbing you.
Yeah, well, this would be a terrible situation to get into. This is what Mr. X suggests to do if you ever find yourself attacked by someone with a pepper spray.
Even if it's very hard, don't rub your eyes. Try to open your eyes once and don't close it again. Try to see as much as possible. If you have to fight, go close and fight and stick to the guy. And if you can avoid the fight, start running away, scream for help, scream for police. If there's any cafe or bar or restaurant, go in, search for help.
And
that might work in other
exactly
places.
What happened to me years ago.
One time, 5 guys approached me and asked me for my mobile phone. Although it would have been a good option to just give it to them, back then I didn't know better and punched one of them. Then they pepper sprayed me. Luckily, I managed to run away. I got to the closest grocery store while I could still see something and asked for help.
But then Shane still had to deal with the two attackers using the jacket, which was another scenario that happened to one of our team members.
I had once this hard. It's hard. They put the hood on me and they start punching my back. Thank God the security guard came and they sprayed them.
And it's time to find out.
They probably sprayed his ass too. If I'm getting jumped, you pepper spray the motherfuckers jumping me, I'm getting hit with it too. I'm be mad as shit. I just got my ass beaten on pepper spray.
One of the attackers was called off since Shane kicked him multiple times in the groin. But then soon enough, as Shane slipped the second attacker, his helmet came off and the scenario was stopped.
Good job. Perfect.
Shane completed all 5 surprise attacks.
Man, I want to do
but
stuff like
he
this.
wasn't happy with his performance.
I feel like I could have read some situations better, specifically the impact weapon and the baby one.
They need this one in America, man. They got this shit over there in fucking Vladimir country and shit.
Performances. There was something else that happened earlier that day. The score deal, where the contenders learned how they are doing in comparison to each other for the first time. But if you're wondering why Dilus is not part of the group,
He's actually working as a PE teacher at school.
So basically every day I started from 8 till 2 working at school, and after that I just went for filming and fighting with other guys.
Kudos to him. No pun intended. He's doing good right now. Okay, are you ready? And
Excuse me, my drink. Oh, y'all see this video, this review of the drink I'm doing in some days or soon. I don't know.
Wasn't too worried. They want lots of scenarios to come. I ended up being in second place after the first day. Second place has a certain spot in my heart. There's a lot of second place medals I have lying around. I'm gonna try and not stay there for long. Adrian was ahead of me.
On you that falls up against.
He's one of the people I like. I like him. I want him. The bald military guy, and there's one more I liked it. The Samoan guy in the red sweater is kind of cool too. I mean sumo.
Struggle to excel in this one.
I'm led into the dojo, and I get the blindfold taken off, and suddenly there's a guy asking to like pet my baby.
As soon as they gave me a baby, this is your baby. Out of everything in the whole scenario, it made me feel a little uncomfortable. I'm not even a father, but throughout the whole week, all the other contestants had been talking about their kids, how much they miss them. It's a very realistic adult too. So as soon as I did that, I was like, oh, I don't get away from my baby. I didn't know what exactly I need to do in that part of the situation, but I understand that I shouldn't be putting down the baby. Just one second. Please. I was holding the baby and did a jumping back again with the baby.
Well, I don't know why this guy wants to hold my baby, but I'm like, no, you're definitely not holding my baby.
I want to do this so bad, man. This looks so fun.
Okay, I can't fight this guy with a baby. Like, I'm gonna crush this.
Like, I like violence, but I like combat sports.
I think gently place it. I think I might have bounced the baby like a basketball off of the ground.
You should never put the baby down. That's horrible. Think if it was more than one person, like trying to distract you.
Discourage the stranger enough to back down.
Like you put the baby down, start fighting, and the other person come pick it up and walk off.
Well, Gabriel, don't do it. Okay. I don't. Spontaneous spinning back with a baby is potentially dangerous, and bouncing a baby off the ground isn't the best idea. Overall, all three contenders
putting the baby down is the worst idea because somebody can just pick it up. Because if it's 2 or 3 different attackers, like one of them is just distracted by trying to talk to you, and you put the baby down, started fighting them, they came, scooped up the baby, walked off. The fight over. Even if you beat the guy to death, you look up, damn, my baby gone.
The guy either hit me in the head with the wrench when I like even reacted. They probably crushed my skull.
Both Dennis and Gabriel got quickly removed by the wrench attacker, but Josh wasn't set to go down so easily.
My strategy of just attack first without thinking and bouncing babies off the floor seems to be working. So,
are you ready?
Yep. In each of these situations, I plan to just like right when the blindfold comes off, be ready to block something from happening. And that ended up working out kind of perfectly in this situation.
Josh's raised hands got hit first instead of his head. And while in reality this could lead to a broken arm, he would still have a fighting chance opposed to being knocked out on the head.
Yeah. I need to look up. They got like self-defense classes in my area. Probably in Atlanta or Savannah. Like a combat, something like this. I like do. Like I don't need to learn anything. I think it'd just be fun to participate in. Think about it.
Beyond their martial arts training, as the surprise element was already pushing them to their edge.
The surprise factor from the first to the second in terms of speed just threw me off, and then from there I think I just kind of had a tailspin. What are we doing next? There is emotion.
The microphones, they gotta look good. I might try to find some of those.
Hands up now. 2 steps back. Where's my money? Get on your knees now. On your knees now. On your knees now. Where's my money? I don't know what money. Get my money on your count to 3. 1. Okay, get my money in my pocket. 3.
In this scenario, giving the money doesn't solve the situation, leading Gabriel to a loss, and Dennis and Josh to attempt to do better.
First idea, just go out from the center line and try to attack double leg or single leg, whatever I can get him.
Venus's attempt to get out of the shooting line and go for a takedown.
I don't know why you would.
Him, but left him with a valuable lesson.
And I saw other guys, I should have started like speaking, you know, I didn't thought that I could speak at that moment.
Leaving us with a question if Josh will do better.
Pretty shy guy.
All three contenders were unfortunate in the disarm scenario, but they still had a chance to make up for it in 2 more scenarios.
Some mother probably shoot me just by seeing my face. I'll mean mug the shit out and you pull a gun on me.
And then suddenly I'm just like,
Hey, bitch, you crazy? I think you might as well blow that motherfucker.
Are you ready?
But getting jumped with a gun on you is dangerous. I actually knew a guy that got jumped and he had a gun on him. He pulled it out, shot them, but he like overpowered him, killed him, and took him. They took it from him and killed him with it. They're in prison now, probably dead. Because he had some like dangerous family members in prison. And I heard they went to some of those prisons.
All three contenders struggled with the 2 attackers, partly because of how much control the jacket gave over them, but also due to their size difference with the attackers.
The guy with big, they bring him down to the ground.
Do you think without the jacket, you would have had a better chance?
Depends on how he took me down. If he really make a choke type throw, it also could give me some problems.
But then the final surprise attack of pepper spray was the 3 contenders' last chance to stand out before the final 3 contenders, including a former UFC fighter, will try to surpass their performance. But Josh came in prepared.
Actually, I got pepper sprayed like a week before that scenario. You have like 10 to 20 seconds before you're completely non-operational. As soon as I got sprayed, my strategy of attacking immediately was probably the right thing in the situation.
You ain't getting hit at least. Like he wasn't getting punched in the face, so. And honestly, pepper spraying somebody and wrapping up with them, you're most likely finna get hit with it too. Like it's gonna be all over you. Your eyes gonna start burning. So if that's your plan is to pepper spray somebody, and then they wrap up with you, you're just fucked. Also, y'all can be 2 burning people.
Both Josh and Gabriel ended up on the ground, limiting their ability to respond and risking more attackers coming in, but also preventing them from getting hurt, given that there's only a single attacker. But Venus chose to go down swinging instead.
Them boys was throwing shots.
Even though the 3 contenders had some good and bad moments due to their long-lasting martial arts experience, they came out mostly unfazed.
It was so awesome. All the stuff was so quick. You just need to react as fast as you can. That's so awesome. So
I've competed so much in jiu-jitsu. It's almost 300 times at this point. I don't really get the same nerves and adrenaline I would get. It's just a matter of trying to keep my arousal level in the proper window. Don't get too excited. Don't get too calm.
But if a former UFC fighter will do much better, or if the next 2 contenders, US Sumo champion Sensei Seth and former rugby player Adrian, will also...
Adrian is like a very aggressive person. I like watching him.
Haven't done much, if any, work in defending against a range bat. I've done a bit of work defending against a baseball bat. So my approach to this was to approach it the same as I would with a baseball bat. Trying to react as quickly as I did. I think I stumbled or tripped.
I pulled back, realized that there was no way I was going to be able to handle the distance. So I think back to my first season of USDC. Where was that at? Australia. What's in Australia? Crocodiles. So I go for a crocodile roll on a...
Oh, I gotta watch first season then. So it's not always in weird ass countries. Okay. Okay.
While While the two contenders showed some similarities, they also displayed some key differences. Seth's quick reaction by stepping back and putting his hands in front successfully deflected the initial strike of the wrench, and even his unorthodox technique of attacking as a crocodile protected his head from the next few strikes. But unfortunately, he eventually did get clocked. Meanwhile, while Adrian did a great job of initially keeping distance, he suffered a wrench on the head when he was going for a clinch, and then got hit 2 more times soon after.
Yeah, that didn't go to plan, obviously, when I stumbled, so yeah, you can't win them all.
But Adrian, as much as Seth, still have 4 more attacks in order to redeem themselves, with a baby snatcher scenario being next.
This one hits home for myself. I'm sure anyone who's got a baby or little kids, whenever a baby or a child is involved in these scenarios, it turns a switch on in my mind, that's for sure.
Meanwhile, Seth was focusing on the other side of the picture.
Yo, what's up, man? Roberto and his weird things, man. I'm so sick of Roberto trying to do stuff he's not supposed to do. Yo, what's up, man? Is this your new one?
But see that
Adrian's misfortune during the struggle, the baby experienced the casual.
But see, the last time when the guy kicked the attacker while holding the baby, the attacker backed off. But this time he gets kicked, he had charges.
No. There's a baby back there. He kept coming closer. I had the Atomic Bear self-defense pad on me. I had it on my elbow pad, so I took the opportunity to pet the baby, which, in hindsight, people don't really pet babies. Then I patted her. I grab it. It's a boy or a girl? It's a little girl. So he came close. I tried to put my hand out, and then immediately start to go for shots after with the bear.
Oh, he would have stabbed the guy in the head.
Impressive skills with the Atomic Bear self-defense spin, hitting the attacker at his eyes multiple times, and then using it to scratch the opponent's head with the pen's metal teeth edge.
Oh, dude would have been missing an eye.
Atomic Bear self-defense spin, use the show's link, and receive up to 50% discount.
I think it'd be kind of cool to get one of them pins, but I'm not. I don't really keep pins on me.
Your self-defense pro now by going to the atomicbear.com.
And I'm the type of person, if I'm doing self-defense,
QR code on the right corner.
if you're attacking me, I want to do as much damage to you as possible. That means I'm going to stab you or shoot you. And a pin isn't going to do quite enough. Like, it's not going to, it can, but it's not going to do it efficiently every time. And it's pretty small, too, so I have a chance to drop it, slip,
Next, which was successfully completed by only 2 out of 5 contenders.
Hands up now. Wrap up.
Took one step back, and then my train of thought was, I'm going to take a second step, and at the same time lunge forward and try and wrap up the gun.
Get on your knees. On your knees now. Come.
The only thing, because he's so used to the other competitors taking the gun from him, that's why he's playing like that now.
What do you want, man? I got it right there. 3,000 euros. No, yeah. Right here. No. Okay, now on your knees. Typically, I would really prefer not to go down on my knees. That's not a very athletic position, but...
At YoPlay, we seek out only the finest peaches. Sunlight
Oh my God.
to perfection.
Well, we're trying to talk about why this ad is on. Let's talk about. I'm trying to talk about.
America's favorite peach yogurt.
No, I don't have YouTube Premium. You got to show love and watch your ads to the YouTubers. Actually, I don't know. I just don't got YouTube Premium. I never have premium accounts or anything. It just, I don't know. Just
actually test your morals. The mafia offered me $50,000.
I don't think I use apps. I don't know. I use YouTube a lot, so that would be something.
Yeah, give him the money, and then you realize that he didn't want the money. He wanted everything. I can't really hear him, so I use that to my advantage. Hey, sorry, what? I can't hear you. What are you saying? And I'm just hoping that he'll bring that gun close enough.
Both Seth and Adrian didn't survive the disarm scenario, although Seth's attempt to lure the person in closer was a great idea, which unfortunately didn't work out in the
Because the dude isn't even holding the gun legitly. Be like, at first.
In that moment too, I dodged and weaved. I was like, oh.
The first few times when he was going against somebody, he was holding the gun like a normal gun. But they kept snatching the gun out of his hand and disarming him and then like wrapping up with him and stopping him from shooting. So now he's holding it all in the air and like in a weird, like, bro, you're not gonna hold the fucking gun like that. Come on. Like, if you're not for just randomly hold the gun like up above your head, way in the bag, trying to stop them from grabbing it, just randomly talking to him. So.
Which were pulled for the sake of the exercise were counted as concussive shots, requiring one of the attackers to step back and leading to an opportunity that Seth used to successfully escape.
So I think that's why people are losing the gun challenge, is because the first like 2 or 3 people, 2 of them disarmed, the other one like got close enough to wrap up to him. So that's why he's holding the gun in like a not legit position.
Adrian wasn't as lucky as Seth with the 2 attackers, but he had the right mentality.
Again, it's a realistic scenario. It happens more often than not, but it's just a case of just keep fighting.
Oh shit! I hit the phone. Well, I hit the tripod. My bad.
One's performance with the former UFC fighter Nathan Levy, there was still the pepper spray left.
Pepper spray. I've been pepper sprayed before, and it sucks.
Like, I really don't like that. Like, it's so stupid.
I immediately try to at least get it away from my face, and then I turn my back a little bit, inviting him to come in. And when he does, I land a side kick from the depths of hell.
That's why I think the dude got to, like, they should have the pretend attacker be more realistic with the gun scenario.
A beautiful sidekick knocking the attacker down while running toward the attacker after wasn't the most self-defense move. The scenario for Seth was stopped, and Adrian wasn't set to going down easily either.
He's bigger than his attack.
Although Adrian did better the scenarios than some of the other contenders, and Seth excelled at the challenge, they were still so frustrated about how they performed.
I don't like the way the dude used, like, man, they gotta tell him to be more realistic.
No, it actually kind of made me mad. I'm not upset at like production or like anyone for putting me in that situation. Like, it actually kind of just got me upset.
That wasn't the best I put in that moment. You're always gonna affect it. Everyone has their good days and their bad days, and I'm my own West Creek as well, so I always expect myself to do better than what I did today.
But there was only one more contender left. Former UFC fighter and champion of the second season, Nathan Levy. Before we will get to compare everyone's performance to each other and find out who did the best.
Now let's see. This is the previous champion. Let's see how good he is. I heard he playing this music.
To everyone's surprise, Nathan was immediately eliminated with a clear headshot.
I felt like I had no chance of doing anything. I'm just standing there like,
and his bad streak of luck continued to follow him.
First of all, I forgot that I had defended in that moment, which sucks because I really feel like the Atomic Bear fan would have used me well in that moment.
While Nathan did a beautiful takedown and managed to keep the baby relatively safe, he was putting it in a more dangerous situation than some of the other contenders, and the disarm scenario did not help his case.
When challenges start, you do get hit with some adrenaline. There's some pressure involved in the situation, and you can't catch every word. Just like in a fight, you don't remember what happened in every round, so...
On your knee! On your knee!
Right here, give me my mind.
I'm going to see on your... One!
This is on it.
Two!
So, like, he's not even holding the gun legit. Like, the first few people he did, he held it like a normal gun.
Supported by the others,
But they kept taking the gun from him or taking him down and beating him. So then he started holding the gun like kind of like up and like out the way randomly. Like it's like you ain't holding it legitly now.
Despite the support, his lack of performance was starting to affect his confidence.
This is the moment where I'm starting to feel like show is not going my way this time around, and I'm like, man.
That's the part I don't like. How he's not.
But Nathan was
He's not being legit with it. The way he's holding the gun and stuff. I don't like that part. Oh shit. Yeah. Why do I keep turning? Okay. Hold on.
Was the only contender who managed to slip out of the two attackers entirely, winning in this round and leading him with the final pepper spray round.
Are you fucking serious for turning? There you go. No, it's not for me. Bitch. Hold on. I done knocked it off from where I had it.
Final two rounds, Nathan didn't manage to surpass some of the other contenders, leaving him upset, but also set on changing things.
I need to change my mindset a little bit. It's very easy to be annoyed and frustrated. Like some be like, I'm not gonna win this thing, so might as well. But I do want to win the show. If I decide that I'm just gonna succumb to like, oh well, everything is against me and feel sorry for myself, that's what I would call quitting.
But then before we will find out how many points all the contenders received, the best one artist in the world, Master Ken, still had to teach them about their mistakes.
As expected, I'm very disappointed. Just know that there's always value in showing people how to do things the wrong way. Now we'll do the right way. I will correct this now. Put it right down there. Let's start with the baby situation, okay? Someone comes up to you and you have the baby. I saw people holding the baby. I saw people setting the baby down. I didn't really see people using the baby. Okay? When the baby...
Oh, I know who they should get next. Oh my God, what's his name?
What you want to do is use the baby as he reaches my space, okay? Taking the baby, okay? Right across the jaw. Then coming in right into the groin here, okay? Then putting the baby just ahead, behind the foot, pushing him backwards. He trips over the baby, picking up the baby, taking the diaper. It's best if it's smothering here, taking them away. And as always, we stopping that point.
That was funny.
All right, when it comes to
if you want to see a funny self-defense scenario person, look up Larry Dickums.
Because it was invented by monkeys. As they evolved out in the jungle, they began to make primitive tools. What I want to do is behave.
Is it Dickens or Dickums? This is one of them. This is one of them. But look them up. It's a black guy with an afro wearing a white little karate outfit. Hilarious.
Instantly in the position of the next block. Now, the other thing that you need to know about monkey wrenches, they were developed to fit nuts. They needed the wrench to open the nut shells. So I take the wrench out, twisting and fitting the nuts. Two-handed grip, twisting the nut. Okay? Just winding in the scrotum. You get somebody with a tight nutsack and all of the blood, it pushes all the blood up into the upper body and brain, causing them to pass out, and as always, we stop back on. All right, when it comes to gun defenses, the pen is mightier than the S word, in this case being semi-automatic pistol. Taking the pen, sticking it in the barrel, pulls the trigger, explodes, probably damaging his hand. Now it's time to collect some DNA. You want to make sure that you get as much DNA as possible from a variety of sources. You want to collect every category of bodily fluid that you can. So we start with something easy like blood, okay? We just go into the arteries up here, going into the ear for some earwax, lifting up, right into the nose, then dropping down. We're going to start back, inserting into the anus hole, moving it around, dragging in. Now we go to the testes. It's going to puncture both testes. You don't know how much sperm is in there, depending on when we last expelled the fluid. Sweeping him with the pen. He falls down. Then as always, we start back on.
This dude is fucking funny as shit.
When it comes to using a winter coat in a defensive manner, use what we call a turncoat. Turncoat is something that betrays someone. My coat is about to betray my attackers. As he comes up to me, this is perfect, okay? He hands it to me. I hand it back, putting it over his head, right? Now he can't see. Suffocating. Now, dropping out of the coat. And he falls. Now down to one opponent. Again, it's a turncoat, so turning, keeping him away until he grabs it. Now turning it around him, taking him down, strangling with the coat. The most important part is to then leave your coat on the body to make it difficult to determine the time of death, so that they show up as a police detective with a cigar. Well, this is confusing. This guy died 2.5 hours before this. I don't know if we'll crack this case. But before you do, leave the scene. As always, restart that door. All right. Now I have lost my vision. This is a good thing. Blind techniques are the most dangerous. So once I'm blind, I'm going to throw blindly and just hope something connects. So just kind of. Eventually, one of those hits. You feel your opponent connect, hear them hit the ground, and then blindly you restop the drum.
This motherfucker's too funny.
The day of the contenders ended, but without them knowing about it beforehand, they had one more surprise challenge left at the very bad hotel.
So we just had a full day of like these challenges when we get back to the hotel. We're like hungry. I have this tiny ass room. I'm like, oh God, just let me go to sleep. And Roka says, okay, one more challenge. I'm like, ah.
We still had one more room left in the hotel, the luxury room, which was not yet given to anyone. So I decided that the contenders would have to fight in a UFC fight video game tournament for the chance to win the room. And it turns out most of them never even tried the game before.
I don't play video games, and I've never played that video game.
That's funny because I do the mocap for EA Sports. I took a suit on, I worked for studio, and all the movements during the game, not just me. But a lot of it is me. I do Wonder Boys movements, Greatness movements. It was the first time I've actually played it, but I don't know how to do it, so I just button mash.
I'm not
Oh, wow.
better than anything that's not fighting, and if I lose to in the old UFC game, I beat nothing in the UFC game. I'm like, so what? But again, these guys I kind of wanted to win a bit more.
And Josh, having the smallest room in the hotel, wanted to win it even more. But
It's on an Xbox and it's a game I've never played in my life. I don't play either one of these, you know?
I hate when adults like, oh, I don't play video games. Ugh. Shut the fuck up. You watch motherfuckers rub each other's assholes playing football and basketball, but you ain't gonna play a fucking video game? Like, I don't know. I don't see nothing wrong watching video games. Like, when girls say they don't like guys that play video games, bitch, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I could be out there fucking 6 whores and cheating, or I could be home playing video games. Which one you want?
with Gabriel naturally progressing to the next bracket since Dennis was not around, and Seth and Randy having the first fight.
He got knocked out by Kimbo. Oh, this has been a good show for Kimbo Slice to be on too if he was live.
I just decide to go with like my favorite fighters and then just start spamming one move over and over because that's the only fight I can figure out. It's fucking broken.
Despite his lack of experience in video games, Gabriel was showing promise. While Josh's low-key strategy continued to work.
Like, I don't play UFC games. I used to play them a lot, but I haven't played them really in years.
And finally, it was time for the champions title fight.
We get to the final, and Gabriel only knows one move too. It's my move against Gabriel's move. So I somehow managed to knock out Gabriel and learn that I will be getting some retribution.
Anybody with 4% game knowledge would have spanked the whole tournament.
His room back. I was blessed with the biggest room in the house.
Is there like a timer in here? Whoa.
Josh got the VIP room of the hotel, which naturally included a big bed and even a bathtub on a rooftop terrace, while Gabriel was happy for Josh as well.
Just having fun playing that game for the first time ever, knowing that I'd be a part of building it, and then happy that he got to come here.
But now that Josh's retribution was made, it is time to reveal everyone's score for the surprise attack challenge. Despite being well at the UFC 5 game night, while Gabriel made some good decisions during the surprise attacks, compared to the others, he did not excel at the challenge, leading him with a 6.
Damn, he got 1 point in the first 3 challenges.
But did not manage to surpass the others, getting him 2 points, while Josh did slightly better, leading him with 3 points for the challenge. Up next was Adrian, who showed promise, but still made a few mistakes too many, while Shane was one of the only 2 contenders to manage to disarm the weapon, and had some great moments all around, but his performance was still not good enough to surpass the top 3 contenders. Despite not being satisfied with their own performance, both Nathan and Seth had some exceptional moments, including being able to escape the 2 attackers and handling the pepper spray, yet with Seth managing to use the atomic bear pen in a perfect way to protect the baby, while Nathan put the baby at risk. Solo fighter Seth gets 7 points, putting him in a leadership position, while UFC fighter Nathan is left with a prestigious 6.
How he get 6?
Him up in the score table. And
Okay, never mind.
we're showing a masterclass at disarming, being the only contender to protect the baby without even fighting, and making great decisions in each scenario. Former Special Forces.
Okay, that makes sense.
The highest score of 8 points, putting him in a tie with Ramaga expert Shane. Yet the next day is going to be the hardest one yet, as it will test every self-defense skill the contenders have.
Oh, this is the... I know which one this is, I think. Oh my god. Oof. Let's find the next episode. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, there we go. I don't know how many of these we're gonna watch.
We seek out only the finest peaches.
A cheap way to do it. Boom, there we go. I'm probably gonna watch a couple episodes. I might game a little. Oh, we might play some Fortnite. I forgot the new skin, some new sprites came out.
And that decision. And to find out who will become the ultimate self-defense champion. So, welcome to the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship.
I forgot all about that. I think like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go check and see which sprites came out.
After attempting to escape from 5 attackers, facing home invasion scenarios and various surprise attack situations, our 8 contenders were now ready to face the nightclub challenge. This time, the challenge will be split into 2 parts. During the first part, the contenders will face a series of back-to-back scenarios, from a pickpocketing attempt to clash with violent aggressors, and more. After completing the first stage, they will move on to the nightclub's second area, the dance floor, where two additional high-stress and intensity scenarios will unfold. In addition to facing the situations throughout the entire challenge, each contender will be joined by an actress playing their wife, who they will have to protect. And at the end, all their performances will be compared to each other and ranked to find out who did the best. With sumo champion Sensei Seth, who's currently the leader of the championship, stepping in as the first contender in an attempt to maintain his lead. As with every contender, Seth's challenge started at the bottom of the stairs leading to the nightclub. But before anything even began, Seth did his best to not even get to the scenario, as this was not the first time he was facing a USDC challenge where he had a troublesome partner.
Yes, we're wed again. How fun to be wed in these scenarios. You don't need to like anybody.
No, I want to go to the party.
Why don't we move the car?
No.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
As Seth was moving up the stairs, he was about to face his first test.
Oh, God. Hey, listen. Oh, you know what? Just down there to the left. Oh, yeah, good stuff. See you, buddy.
Seth masterfully passed the first test before it even began, as the wife was initially going to walk close to the stranger, but Seth immediately moved her to the other side,
Smart.
making her safer as a result. A decision that not all the contenders were going to make.
My wife was very persistent about walking as close to the person as she could. She's really good about that kind of stuff, finding danger and walking up to it. So immediately I was like, okay, rule number one, get between my wife and let's forget it.
But Seth was about to face the next test. The wife was guaranteed back with the Revolut card, and soon enough, a person was going to get kicked out of the club who will try to use the commotion to steal the card from her, testing if Seth will manage to prevent the act.
Oh, yeah, it's like a problem.
I need my wallet.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my wallet.
Seth successfully passed yet another test as he placed himself in between the pickpocket and the wife through that.
I think any natural guy should do that. If you literally let your wife be in between you and like some shit like that would be weird. Your wife, your date, anything. If you're gonna take somebody out, you know.
What Seth didn't know though was that while he was taking a picture with a fan, the wife was going to get a drink where two men were planning to put sugar in it. And since the wife is allergic to sugar, that wouldn't be good for her. Testing to see if Seth will manage to protect her this time.
I can feel that my wife wants to run away. I'm not going to be a jerk to this guy. She'll take a picture. And she's gone. She said no. Who says no to that? What a jerk. Come on, let's go. Some guys try to fight my own way. I diffuse as much as I can, and by the time I get to my way, she's drinking stuff she's not supposed to be.
Seth didn't manage to.
But think though, they making the scenario so fake. Like, why is your wife randomly going off doing shit like that? Like, come on.
Seth had the last test ahead of him, where this time he won't be able to avoid a fight.
She's trying to walk away from somebody. Going, whoa, hold on. Did you just drink somebody's drink that like you didn't see? I kind of saw his hand near the lid. She was like, well, that's crazy. I do feel a little sick though. Like, yeah, well, I wonder why. Just drink the drink. I think you gotta go through a lot. We gotta go find an doctor.
Like, that makes no sense. Like, some of these scenarios a little
Like Seth defeated all the attackers without getting hurt. He got sucker punched by someone from the back. A nasty but common strategy in nightclub fights. And even though Seth masterfully He avoided one of the strikes. What made things worse was that he got hit by a wrench, making this a clear knockout and causing Seth to fail.
Not necessarily. People have been hit by all types of things and didn't necessarily get knocked out from it.
I married the girl I went to college with, and you just don't do that, apparently. I don't go to
I've seen people get hit with bats and get knocked out. People have been punched by brass knuckles, not been knocked out. Not necessarily get knocked out, only because you've been hit by objects. It's a higher chance, but not 100%.
When did you feel down? I've been pushed like 4 times already. It was just time.
But before we see Seth in the next 3 scenarios, and before we get to see some epic fighting later in the episode, first, let's find out if Special Forces soldier Randy will be able to see the sneak attack and pass all the other tests.
I met at the bottom of the stairs with my wife's character. Yeah, they were good.
How was your job?
Well, that's a good thing. There was a guy trying to buy or sell people that are mentally disturbed or whatever. Not uncommon, just to bypassing people. So that's what I chose to do.
Yet, even though nothing happened this time, it would have been wiser not to let the wife engage with a stranger and to lead her to the other side, causing Randy to fail the first test. But
I don't really think that's a fail, because you don't know if the person, like, if the person is sitting there, do you, every time you walk past somebody, you see somebody, like, on side, you just put your wife to the opposite side every time you walking by somebody? You know, you don't do that. Your wife walk past people. He lost that one. Oh God, he's doing horrible. He's one of the favorite characters too.
It turns out Randy did not create enough distance between his wife and the pickpocket, giving the thief the opportunity to successfully steal the wallet. Luckily, in the wallet, the wife had a Revolut card, which has location-based security, one of its smartest anti-theft features around. When you enable the feature in the Revolut app, every time the Revolut card is used, the app checks if the transaction location matches your phone's GPS. So if your card gets
That's cool.
or cloned, and someone tries using it somewhere you're not, the payment gets blocked instantly.
Well, no, that's cool, but
Other features, such as
like,
instant card freezing and unfreezing.
I then gave my card to my sister or something before and let her use it, and I wasn't with her, so that would be kind of stupid, you know. Like, it would, I don't know. Maybe you can change in the settings.
Championship is a digital financing app that has
Okay, I don't care about your ad, buddy. Let's go.
but has been 2 failed tests in a row.
But yeah, you know, it's good for certain like that. But then, you know,
Himself in the next 2 tests.
She takes off to the bar. That's normal, no problem. I watch her go. That was my wife. Yeah, I'll catch up with you in a second.
I like, see, my type of woman. My woman can't be friendly. My woman gotta be stuck up. In like, not in a bad way, but like, she can't just be overtonally friendly with people.
Right? They're not acting abnormal, but then she starts acting. Sure, I don't feel good. I'm kind of like, probably drank something that's bad news.
Unfortunately, Randy failed yet another test, as he did not prevent his wife from drinking the water.
Because they got the wife being the stupidest person on earth. I don't know why she is so stupid. I like, mother, on the, we date the first day, you act, I would already know you're too stupid for me to be with, you know. Because we wouldn't have made it to marriage stage, you act like that. I'm just saying. Like, we're not making it to the marriage stage. I'm sitting there, you said, oh my God, I feel sick, like I'm about to pass out. I'm like, all right, let's go. No, let's stay for a little. I was all right, babe. I would have walked off left or right. That's it.
Sucker punch and then clinching to prevent further wrench strikes. Although ideally, Randy himself would have chosen a different solution.
How do I feel? I mean, it all happened pretty quick. It's fine. Get you thinking, on your toes realistically. In a scenario like that, the best course.
But do you really be with a woman that acts like that? I know I damn sure ain't gonna be with one.
Basketball champion Seth in this challenge, but the next 2 contenders, including a kickboxing,
Because she, oh my God, she trying to get you killed. You date that woman.
champion, are all going to try to throw known Seth, even though they came with different mindsets.
Yeah, at that point for me, I started to clue in on this event is not what I thought it was. I was expecting just small independent knife. This is a different scope and scale. So at that point, my brain was starting to try and figure out what might be happening.
Oh, nightclub was crazy. Very uncomfortable being the nightclub when your wife is running half away from you and doing a bunch of crazy stuff.
Well, Josh, even though he had an injury,
I have an old AC joint separation when I was wrestling with one of those dudes in the previous challenge. I did.
regardless, unlike the others, he was excited about the scenario.
So the thing about nightclubs is like, that's kind of my thing. I'm here to have a good time. I'm not here to fight anybody at the nightclub. I'm here to dance the night away and hang out with my wife. Sorry, you know that.
Let's do it. I got a room for 800. He's sick. Real sick. Maybe you know what you got some good stuff?
All three contenders chose to protect the wife by moving her to the other side.
Like I can't have a dipsy female around me.
And while Gabriel initially tried to help the stranger,
I need some good stuff. Maybe you know what you get
he soon realized he couldn't and continued to move on to the second test.
Immediately they're like escorting somebody out, so I decided once again to like shield my wife. I might take a hit to the back of the head or something, but at least like she's not gonna get hit, she's not gonna get her purse taken or something like that.
That he tried to steal my wallet, so I covered her with my body.
Suddenly, like my wife is pulling out a wallet, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, why is she just like waving her wallet around?" And it turns out she would have got pickpocketed had I not shielded her. So I guess I did something right finally.
Man, that lady is weird. I'm telling you, they like okay, in this scenario, you for some reason fell in love with the stupidest person you ever met in your life, and they're gonna just make your life. Imagine her at home. She probably be almost cut her fingers off all the time. She can't cook. She most likely can't drive. You're not going to have kids with somebody that stupid because she's not going to know how to take care of the kid. But she's too dipsy. She's just drinking the random people drink. She over there getting poisoned and still like, oh God, I'm dying. Let's hang out at the club a little bit longer, guys. Like, what the fuck?
All three contenders protected their wife's wallet from the pickpocket, so far putting them in a great spot in challenging Seth's performance.
And I don't know about me. If I'm getting jumped by people and my girl don't hit somebody, shoot somebody, stab somebody or something, we're breaking up. You got to do something. You see some random gang of dudes try to me like that, they're crazy.
Out of nowhere, a guy starts asking me for my autograph. I'm like, yeah.
Then she started running to the bar, drinking stuff.
For some reason, my wife starts like sprinting away. She's like telling me she's gonna go get a drink. She's like an animal.
It's like a fucking toddler.
I feel like if I would tell my wife she can't do something, even if it's for her safety, probably get in very big trouble.
Okay, but motherfucker, fuck that. I don't give a fuck if you mad at me telling you can't do something. If I'm trying to keep your goofy ass safe and say, no, you ain't moving, keep your ass right here in a place we ain't familiar with a whole bunch of randoms. I don't give a fuck if you go argue with me later on after we leave or whenever. Your ass ain't moving. Like, that's why I hate, like, oh, I don't want to say something, you know, she get mad.
And Gabriel didn't manage.
It's like, oh, I won't want to say, tell her not to do something. She might get mad. I don't give a fuck.
Josh was firmly set on doing everything he could to stand in her way.
The whole time I'm thinking that we're gonna get to the bar and then I'm just gonna have to keep my eyes open for somebody trying to like sneak something in her drink. I wasn't prepared for her just like running away the whole time. I get like shoved and like slapped in the face. Even though I don't enjoy getting slapped in the face, I'm gonna let this go because I don't want to start a brawl in a nightclub.
Like,
Despite his best efforts, Josh didn't manage to stop the wife either, having all three contenders.
we will be getting a divorce.
Before the next three contenders, including a Krav Maga self-defense instructor, will make their attempt.
All right, wife, we need to leave the premises because you just got scammed. He's like kind of hunched over by this wall, and then suddenly one of the guys who had like bumped into me bumped into her. And in my mind, because of the drugging scenario, I was convinced in my mind they had like touched her inappropriately. So I'm like, okay, she just got touched inappropriately, so I just punched the guy in the face.
Other guys are freaking me. This is like a big mess. What's going on?
All of them hits are sound effects. They must be sound effects. Them motherfuckers sounding.
Unfortunately, none of the three contenders managed to evade the blindsided.
This challenge is fucking stupid in my opinion because oh my god.
All three contenders came out of these scenarios feeling the same way.
This was a pretty scary scenario. You're there to have a good time, but these types of things can happen in places like this.
There's a reason I don't go to clubs. I've been to two in my life, less than like 10 minutes. Danger, danger, just avoid them. That's the reason I would never take a girl to a club.
Right.
Can't keep them properly safe. There's too many variables.
It's not even like a that's not like a date. You pick girls up at the club, we can just go have sex with them or something. You don't go on a date to a club. Like maybe a nice little chill bar, but not a club. That's not a date. You go pick people up at clubs. You don't go out to date your girl or your wife at a club. We're going to a bar. We're going home. We're going something nice.
So it happens daily, unfortunately. I noticed this guy sort of leaning over, so I had to put myself in between myself and her.
Your path. Maybe you know what gets you stuff. No, it's all good.
We get to the doors, we go inside, we start lining up.
Yeah.
I grab my wife and I put her into the corner and I shielded her with my body.
Adrian so far had a flawless start, but the question is whether he's going to be able to pass the test, which no one else has been able to pass yet.
A guy recognizes me as the winner of the challenge and he wanted to get a photo with me. I said, sorry mate, not at the moment.
Bitch, right there ain't no way I'm walking with you. I'm going to get a drink by myself. Like, bitch, oh, if we're coming, like, I ain't gonna lie, I should have got smacked. Like, ain't no way you can tell me, leave me alone, I'm gonna go get a drink by myself. Well, keep your bitch ass here and make sure you don't come back to my motherfucking house once you leave this motherfucking spot.
And leaving him with one more test standing between him and a dominant performance.
She wasn't too happy. She said, you know, you're always acting like this. Why do you have to do this every time we go out? And I basically said to her, I said, we're leaving. If you want to argue with me, you can argue with me outside.
I'm not gonna be in a relationship with someone that like that. If you got a problem with me trying to like be with you, like if we're going out and then you're mad that I'm with you when we're going out, okay, bet you can go do your own thing. I'm not gonna be with you.
Despite failing to dodge the wrench, Adrian passed 3 out of 4 tests, securing his spot as the current leader of the challenge.
To be honest, I actually think I performed how I would normally perform if I'm in a position where I need to do what I need to do to protect myself while I'm with. That's exactly how I would do it.
And now,
I want to try to protect
only 2 more contenders left to challenge Adrian's newly attained position. Former UFC fighter and champion of the 2nd season, Natan Letty, and Krav Maga instructor Shane Langlow. Although
Shane
Natan,
Langlow.
who was 5 points behind Seth in the main score table, was starting to doubt his ability
Oh shit!
to win
Ooh,
this.
can't do that.
I really hope I do good tonight because if not, I think it's gonna be point of no return, and I'm not gonna be able to win the show at this pace. As a dream, dance, okay? All right, I need to tell you something. Yo, maybe you know where to get.
Despite his best intentions, Nathan already failed the first test. Yet then, he did something that no one else did.
I want to tell you something. We're going to the club, okay? I accept it, but I need you to be careful because it's very dangerous out there. So, there's a couple rules. If anybody gives you any trouble, you come to me, you understand? First, I need you to sit back, you go as far as you can, you run away, and I understand you don't have to do anything, we haven't seen people open it for. Alright? I thought, okay, if she's my fake wife, maybe she will listen to her fake husband.
Before even entering the nightclub, Nathan established some safety rules. A wise strategy that would potentially solve all the upcoming troubles already ahead of time, leaving the judge, Mr. X, impressed.
For some people, this will be like this exaggerated, that's paranoid, but to be honest, I do the same. When I'm with my family or with my wife, it's sad that we are at that point that we have to do this. But when it's the country,
Facts.
Meanwhile, Shane breezed through the first test.
She's on my right side, which is closer to this unknown guy. Hey, let's put her in a safer position so I can...
I still think this thing is fake right here. Because if you're walking down the road, every time you see somebody on the left or right side, you're not going to keep switching your wife over left, right. Only you see somebody on this side of the road, you're not going to do that in real life. Usually, you'll be keeping them like on one side, something like, you know. How the fuck he just...
I react defensive by putting my scenario wife into a position where, again, I'm a barrier between him and her.
Oh boy, really just walked. He's walked up and left his wife.
Yet, as you already know, this is where the tension starts to ramp up.
What the hell is that?
I asked for a selfie. I would never say no to a friend for a photo. But if my wife is actively trying to run away from me, I have better things to do.
What about a selfie? Let's do a selfie. Come on, what's your name? My name's Carlos.
Before I can even get to her, she's already cheering with some dude she doesn't know. I see it like in slow motion, like, no!
My favorite moment of the entire series was the nightclub watching Natan walk like the Terminator over to his wife with a drink and then being like, danger.
There was no way of me grabbing the glass and like putting it down. There was only one way to reach it in time, and it was like,
and then just smashing the real glass bottle full of water. I could just kind of see from the distance, everybody's like,
sorry, don't ever do it.
Although with extreme measures, Nathan managed to prevent the wife from drinking the first drink, while Shane
He's a fan of Nomad Kramagon. I take maybe 5 to 10 seconds to give this guy a selfie, and then I look, oh, my wife's not with me.
If you got a woman that friendly, just leave her. Don't even be with her, man.
But before moving on to the next series of tests in the nightclub, Nathan and Shane still had one more test to go.
I know it, Robert tells me, you got hit in the back of the head. I'm like, so what? I get hit in the back of the head, falling every day, still alive. And he's like, with a wrench. I'm like, okay, you got me.
She starts saying she's sick, we need to get out of here. If she started acting sicker or collapsed, maybe I would have been forced to call 911 inside of this really dangerous and volatile situation, but she did not act that sick, so I'm thinking, hey, let's leave the situation.
I would feel like my wife set me up on that situation. I'm like, yo.
Was not on Shane's side, as he was at the perfect spot for the blindsided wrench attack. While Nathan got hit by the wrench quite quickly as well.
Should you just away and go home? But I didn't.
That situation was definitely could happen to people, and we need to know how to defend it for those people that don't know the main rules.
Nobody goes on dates to a fucking club. That is not a date.
But given that Nathan successfully completed that test, that in addition only Adrian passed, and based on the fact that Nathan had a significant conversation about safety rules, according to Mr. X's judgment, Nathan was so far awarded the second spot. Yet before we'll find out the sumo champion Seth will manage.
If you take your significant other on a date to a club, you're fucking stupid.
One more additional surprise in this challenge. In the second season, we had Craig Hunter, an Australian truck driver, to see how a regular person compares to the other contenders. But as we soon found out, Craig was not your average regular person. So in this challenge, I invited Marcus, a famous Lithuanian YouTuber and an incredible entrepreneur, but someone who truly has very limited self-defense and martial arts training, to see how he does compared to the experts.
Oh my god, I want to do that.
Escalate things out. I'm a friendly guy, I'm a friendly neighbor. Actually, I haven't trained anything. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm not aggressive, but if the situation forces me to do something, we do it. I don't know.
You know what position?
Oh, I'm not sure, man. Not from here, not sure, man.
Marcus failed the first test by letting the wife get too close to the suspicious stranger. But this test was failed by some of our contenders too, leading us to observe if Marcus will still perhaps surprise us.
I'm thinking we can try and skip the line if you like.
Man, I don't know. They made her be like the worst person in the world to be around. Like, she annoying the shit out of me. Oh, I gotta think what was so fucking annoying. Oh my god. I want to do something like that, man. Being in a little show like that would be so fun. I don't even really want to be in the show. I just want to do go through some of the scenarios and stuff like that. I don't even want to be on the show. I just want to be in the go through the scenarios and stuff. I think that'd be fun.
We always select the best strawberries. Perfectly ripe. That's why our yogurt is so good. Yoplait, America's favorite strawberry yogurt.
For me, my personal style is all about comfort.
I ain't gonna lie, after you would grab my one, we've been fighting. I would already punch dude in the fucking face grabbing on her like that. The fuck?
Even more complicated, his chances of successful performance were at stake.
Right there. He didn't see that? Oh my god, he's blind. He was looking right at it too. He is so blind. He looked at the dude spike his wife's drink.
He still didn't see the shooting happening, even though it was taking place just next to him. And with the fourth and arguably hardest test around the corner, Marcus had his final shot in succeeding before the next scenarios took place.
But she didn't do the sick thing with him? I think he failed all of those.
Got a slightly gentler treatment than the contenders, and even though he turned his back to one of the aggressors, a big mistake in self-defense, at the beginning of the conflict, he immediately focused on extracting the life from the hotspot, and without allowing himself getting provoked by the aggressors, he managed to succeed in the fourth test. But before we get to see how the contenders do in the next retest, it is time to witness how this challenge is supposed to be done.
You know, the thing about removing an eyeball is that a lot of people don't realize it's connected to the optic nerve. It's like a piece of spaghetti. So when you take the eye out, it just fall out. That's spaghetti. Oh, can I take a picture of you? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Go get a drink.
Yeah.
Hi, water, please.
Oh, sorry. Shoes outside.
What?
Hey. Nobody buys my wife a drink except me. Come with me. Oh, looks like there's going to be trouble. Time for a hurricane.
You're over at green.
Oh, we'll get one of there. Go ahead. Still busy. Some strong stuff.
Agent leading the challenge and set the nothing right on his tail. Only 3 more tests remain to find out the winner of the nightclub scenarios. But the next test was going to be a tricky one.
Seems like it's a good time. Let's walk through the middle of this party and start dancing. She's really persistent about pulling me through the middle of the dance circle, and then I use her momentum. This is like some mental aikido to push her all the way through to the other side of the circle. And she says, "Hey, I'm gonna use the restroom." I was like, "Okay, cool. I hate this place, so I'm just gonna hang out by the bathroom."
As Sepsun found out, this was a test of awareness, as when the wife goes to the female bathroom, an unknown man follows her soon after. Something that
I even watched the bathroom when
and while the stranger
like
almost
I got family with me. Like we're going out now. Be fucking just.
failed him, temporarily putting him back in the lead.
If my girl is going to the bathroom, I'm not going to be not watching. If my girl's drinking, I'm not going to be not watching.
Yet whether the other contenders will also notice the stranger, we're about to find out.
So she wants to dance, so my wife and I are dancing. It's no big deal. Like, I'm not a big dancer, but sure, we'll indulge and have some fun. And she leaned in and said, "I have to go use the washroom." Yeah, okay, no problem. I actually probably position myself a little bit closer to the washroom. As I'm standing there with my back against the wall, a guy walked in front of me. I mean, it took a second to clear. Is that one washroom or is that 2 washrooms? Or how does that work? So it kind of confirmed.
Randy also noticed the stranger going in, becoming the second contender to stop him in his tracks and passing the scenario. But the next 3 contenders decided to take a different route.
Maybe it's a sports bar where these guys are like those crazy European football guys or what. I don't know. They just look crazy.
I thought this would give me an advantage. As far as I knew, all the other guys, they were fans of nightclubs. Like Shane was saying, they'll go to stupid places, stupid times, with stupid people. I've done all of that. So
she's constantly trying to get in the middle of all these guys. And I'm like, no. Let's stay outside. If we're in the middle of all these guys, any one of them could potentially start attacking us or whatever. So I'm trying to stay on the outside.
Everybody's like in a circle, jumping up and down, dancing. I'm like, oh, this looks fun. So I just started dancing and jumping up and down with everybody.
I don't dance or like loud music. Well, I don't mind loud music if I'm like home or with family, but I don't like going out to places like that with loud music. So I would not be entertaining that shit. I hate people.
She is in the bathroom. I see all these guys and I see my moment. Because I know I am the world's best dancer.
Dumbass.
I think it looked like I was being dumb, but this was actually all part of my strategy. In my mind, I was thinking, all right, this scenario is going to turn into like some sort of brawl, and what I need to do in order to protect myself and my wife is to make friends with as many people as I can as quickly as possible. And so I'm just like out crazing everybody. I'm like giving high fives. I'm like dancing. I'm having a good time. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna go great. We're gonna get in a brawl, and all these guys are gonna be on my team.
Meanwhile,
Why would you? But think of though,
Gabriel also get into the dancing fever.
if you're at a club, you went there with your wife, and there's already people there that you don't know. Why would you think they're gonna be on your side if you're gonna fight? You might be fighting one of their friends that they came with.
But then at the last moment, Josh and Shane danced their opportunity to win this test away, while Gabriel, even when dancing, managed to see the stranger walk into the bathroom, getting there just in time. Yet with only 3 contenders left to do this test, the stakes weighed heavily on Nathan and Adrian, as this test would either get them closer or further from winning this entire challenge.
We went into the center of the dance circle, but I'm not much of a dancer, so I sort of backed myself out and took her with me. And she said to me she wanted to go to the toilet, and I said, nah, the crowd's too rowdy in front of the toilet and go to a toilet elsewhere. And she's like, no, I really need to go.
While Adrian tried to get the wife out of the nightclub, Nathan then continued to follow the wife to stand by the bathroom. But while some would think that he was doing it only because it was a test, it turns out it's something that he does in real life as well.
Like I really do, I would stay by the bathroom and look around.
Meanwhile, Adrian was having a different set of problems.
Someone bumped into me, and when they went to bump into me, she tried to take off, but she had a leather jacket on, and as she's going to take off, I grabbed her leather jacket.
Adrian's test was stopped since he gave no opportunity for the wife to go to the bathroom, preventing the scenario from unfolding. But his strong shove of the stranger in the end, which could have provoked an unnecessary fight, kept him away from a perfect performance.
But bro, if I'm telling you to move and you keep touching them, I'm gonna beat your ass too. I don't like motherfuckers touching me.
It's just like an entrance to like women and men on like different sides. Take a look. I can't see whether it is, so I just assume it's only a woman, and he just walked in.
Nathan entered in time to prevent the awkward situation, although he wasn't sure about the outcome himself.
The moment I get in, whistle blown, you messed up. Nathan, you failed again, you lost this mission.
And the Kudo fighter Vidus was the last contender to attempt the test.
I can't be dancing. Strangers touch on me like that, man. This is fucking weird. Like I literally would have probably beat the fuck out of one of them over that. That's just fucking weird. Like I don't know. Maybe I didn't grow up being.
So yes, only her entering the toilet, so I didn't saw anybody
I don't know.
going after her and didn't even hear the scream because of the loud music. Yeah.
5 out of 8 contenders managed to pass the test under varying degrees of success, with Adrian and Seth maintaining their position.
Yeah, text me.
But before they can try to surpass each other in the final 2 tests, Martha still has to make his attempt.
They should make it just as like they do with the fighter. They shouldn't tone it down for him. Like I'm the type of person I'm already gonna think something up. If I'm with my wife or my girlfriend, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to." Oh no, stay here. Don't follow me. Don't come with me. Either you're trying to cheat, or you're trying to set me up, or you're doing something that you ain't need to be doing. Because if I'm with you, why you? No, stay away. Let me go by myself. If we're going out together, why are you trying to be by yourself? That is already a red flag. Like I'm like, wait, what? Oh no. If your woman ever do that, Just leave her there so she don't set you up, or if she's trying to cheat, just go on about your own business. He about to stab the dude.
During this test, an injured person approaches asking for help whose assailant soon resumes the attack. Unfortunately, even though Vilus failed to notice the assailant's approach at first, his fighting skills ultimately saved the day. But now it is time to find out if Kramaga expert Shay would be able to do the same.
Ain't my place to save a motherfucker from getting stabbed. I'm here with my wife trying to keep her safe, me and her safe. If some random people are fighting and somebody's getting stabbed, I'm not jumping into that.
Not to protect the injured victim, a decision that might seem cold, but is actually wise in self-defense, as your own safety and your family's must always come first.
Because you don't know why he stabbed the guy. He could have caught that guy trying to essay a woman and stabbed him for it. I'm not going to help you. I don't know why you getting stabbed. Shit.
And if you're wondering why Shane chose to strike instead of grapple, here's his explanation.
Well, the reason is a straight punch or an attack may actually neutralize the threat without getting entangled with a knife guy that's going to be able to fight you at full capacity.
But the next three contenders...
Dude, that's smart, though. I'm not helping some random person I see. Like, y'all fighting at the club. I'm getting the fuck out. One, because motherfuckers got guns in America, and I ain't finna catch a stray bullet, especially if I'm with one of mine. We getting the fuck out as soon as possible. I'm not finna, oh, let me help this random hurt stranger. Oh, come here, little bitey. Fuck no, you dead. I feel sorry for you. I don't give a fuck. I'm a heartless motherfucker. If you ain't family or in my inner circle, I don't give a fuck about you. I can see a motherfucker about to stand over you. I'm getting me and mine out of there. Like, hey, you better make a quick prayer. Hope that bitch jam. Because one, even if you innocent, I'm sorry that you getting stabbed, buddy. But damn, learn to fight, motherfucker.
Soldier Randy reacted instantly, hitting the knife with precision. But while his fight had to be stopped due to safety concerns of fighting against the concrete wall, thanks to his flawless technique, the scenario was scored as a win. While jiu-jitsu competitor Josh sustained a cut during his entry, he managed to disarm the attacker and use the weapon against him. Before
I would have stabbed the motherfucker back too.
His attack, Josh employed an unconventional strategy.
I suddenly see like an attacker, a guy with a knife. This guy's already hunched over, like stabbed. I'm like, oh, human shield.
Finally, while Gabriel opened his defense with powerful strikes and smart distance control, he soon transitioned to grappling and managed to disarm the attacker, earning yet another victory. Yet while 5 out of 5 contenders so far had survived the scenario, there were no guarantees for the final 3 competing for the highest score.
I'm assuming on a different day coming to this terrible nightclub. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment. The actor man is shaking that thing. That dude's got hip movement like I don't even know. He must have some sort of like formal training. And then pretty quickly, this guy falls into my lap with blue blood somehow.
Man, would y'all help the motherfucker getting stabbed, or would y'all just get out the way? I know I'm getting out the way.
Steph request for his wife to move to safety.
Hold on, let me get some candy.
He was able to focus on the assailant, and even though he kicked the victim by accident,
Different problem. I kicked the guy in the head who's not stabbed already. So like at least I got that.
Steph slipped
All right.
and
I'd rather get kicked in the head than stabbed in the fucking face 3 times.
We're higher than ever.
Next scenario.
I still got my pinata full of candy for my birthday. I'm eating.
Do what's right. Don't do what you think is gonna get the most points or get the most views. There's only one way to win it. If there is still a way to win this, if I'm still somehow by a miracle close enough with the other guys, there's only one way to do it, and it's focus. Forget about everything that was, new page. What's the right thing to do?
I know I would left his ass.
By distancing himself from the injured person and by immediately meeting with the wife, Nathan was the only contender to avoid the knife attacker entirely.
I'm not looking security, not a friend of mine. Grab my wife and get the hell out of there.
And this
See?
decision was made
That's what I'm saying.
due to Nathan's changed perspective.
I will do what is right, and nothing doesn't look for a fight every day in his life. I've never hit anybody in my adult life, or barely ever hit anybody in my adult life.
Yet with the bar set so high, Adrian had to deliver his very best to hold on to his lead.
That's the mindset you gotta have. You can't just be trying to save everybody, especially you out with your people.
Although Adrian secured a strong clinch and effectively used headbutts, he was stabbed just before managing to fully control the attacker.
The reason why I went for the knife was because he came at me.
As a result, Adrian lost his lead to Nathan, who outperformed him in this scenario. Yet, the winner of the challenge will only be determined after the next and final scenario.
I'm not jumping in some random guy getting his ass jumped. No fucking way. Oh my god, more milk, sugar babies. These things are so fucking delicious.
Randy demonstrated impressive skill. Not only did he display fighting of the highest level, but he was always aware of his environment.
It's fun. It's like a lot going on. I didn't want anything to do with it, but she was kind of drawn towards it. So what I saw was a guy getting filled in by a tree. So obviously, if I'm in a position to do something about that and not allow someone to get their head kicked in, I'm going to try to stop it.
Yes, well,
But my thing is, you don't know what that person did to deserve that.
is extremely dangerous, even for a skilled fighter. The best solution is not to get involved. So, a trick was used in this scenario.
I intentionally chose a security guard as the victim, since this creates a bigger moral dilemma. But in self-defense, you shouldn't help even a security guard. The main people you should protect is you and your family. Instead, finding help would be a better solution.
While Randy completed the scenario, his decision wasn't ideal. Now it is time to see if the others will be making the same mistake.
We're sitting here, and after begging her to leave, she doesn't. I look around at Roki's and everybody else. I was like, we're still here. We're still at this nightclub? Okay, cool. I think this one's probably not that crazy. Fight breaks out, and 5'1", -2-pound woman thinks she's going to break it up. Then she immediately gets up, bolts down there, so I pick her up, I pop her on my hip, and then Rokas looks at me and gives me the green light. He's like, go beat him up. Turn around, heard an eagle scream in the background.
Since I wanted to give Seth and John the moment, I suggested him to go beat up the attacker. But originally, Seth was wise not to get involved passing this test.
I tried to get her, and then I was perfect opportunity to do a flying sidekick. I feel like
It was meant to be.
it was meant to be.
This puts Seth once more in the lead, and if Nathan and Adrian will decide to fight, it will make Seth the winner of the entire nightclub challenge. Meanwhile, the other contenders were competing.
Gabriel doing horrible.
But this was still very important, as the championship has 4 more challenges left, meaning that all the contenders pose the risk to the current leader, and Venus, Gabriel, and Josh were about to try to go claim their point.
That's so stupid.
Venus and Gabriel both decided to defend the security guard.
I think so. When they start kicking him 3 guys or 1 guy on the back, Bravo should jump in and push some guys off and kick some second.
But while it's an admirable decision, it's not a good call for
Nope.
self-defense. Meanwhile, Josh had a more confusing experience.
Thus far, I've gotten into a lot of trouble so far by just like attacking without thinking. Like I see 3 guys attacking another guy on the ground, and I'm like, okay, this is the opportunity. This is the chance to make up for all the mistakes I made so far in every scenario by just like rushing towards people and attacking first without thinking. This is my chance to de-escalate. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna de-escalate these 3 guys beating out of this other guy on the ground. And I'm getting punched like really softly as all this is happening. I'm like, stop that. Ow.
The attackers were throwing light punches, since the main test was to see if the contenders would get involved. From this point, they're simply giving Josh a chance to showcase his martial arts skills. Of course, Josh doesn't know that.
I'm like, okay, they're not hitting me hard, so I'm just gonna keep de-escalating.
Hey, whoa. It's okay.
These guys are just like NPCs. I'm like, I don't think they're gonna stop hitting me, and I don't think they're gonna hit me any harder. So I'm like, oh, I must have to fight these guys.
He didn't do good. What time is it?
Josh got involved in the fight and also failed to have his John Wick moment.
We did
Well, 6:30.
John Wick. The thing is, the guys who expected to kind of give you a chance to just go John Wick on that, but they were so nice that they were like kind of lost. Can't hit it anymore. You probably realized we're waiting for you.
Yeah, I think that was the meta part. I couldn't tell if their hesitation was part of the scenario or if they were instructed to go lighter. So it's like, okay, they're instructed to go lighter. Let me just like let off on these guys, and I think it'll resolve.
I kind of want to go get some breakfast.
Now only 3 contenders remain, including Nathan and Adrian, competing for the best performance of this challenge, and Shane, who was aiming to challenge the leaders in the main scoreboard.
We're now at the top of the stairs. A chaotic brawl just erupts down below in front of the DJ. My scenario was she's like trying to go down there. The only thing I can do is I grab her leather jacket and I'm pulling. I'm saying, hey, don't go down there. 3 or 4 on 1 is not good odds. I don't want to act like I can deal with 3 or 4 guys that are beating the guy down. Then Roka said, why don't you go down there and go have some fun?
Shane raises his hand and stops the scenario. Something is clearly wrong.
It's been her shoulder. It's her. The moment I punched him, my mind registered a severe injury, and I'm like, crap, I don't know what happened, but something happened to my arm.
looking at Shane and thinking, all of this. I put so much effort into making sure no one gets hurt, and still this happens. The guys help out Shane. Eventually, emergency arrives and takes him to the hospital. My first thought is, that's it. I'm canceling the whole thing. I don't want anyone else to get hurt. But then the rest of the contenders come to me and say, no way. This is a dangerous event. We signed up for this.
Right.
And so we continue.
It's like somebody call off a UFC fight because, oh, somebody's hurt. Cancel all the fights, guys. It's like, what? In any scenario, you're bound to get hurt. Like somebody get injured, they call off a football game. Oh, somebody's hurt in the game.
If both of them pass the test, Nathan will receive the highest score. Yet if Adrian passes and Nathan fails, Adrian will become the leader.
She wanted me to sit down next to her, but I didn't want to sit down. I felt too vulnerable sitting down, so I was standing up, I was standing behind her.
Decide to leave. Enroll in ROTC to become an army
It's Sunday. I don't know what I'm doing today. I already got nothing planned for Sunday.
Still hits. Pokemon.
Sit on my ass in the house. That's what I'm be doing.
Cards, real prizes, rips by Triumph. Same ritual. Pocket size.
Oh, I'm been placing them.
I just walked out. I think you said something to me, and I said, "No, this nightclub, I'm leaving." And I think you said something to me along the lines of, "Do you want to f them up?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay."
I'm probably gonna. Actually, I don't know. My brain just skipped a beat. I might play some of them YouTube live games on the phone.
Adrian chose to carry out the wife to ensure her safety, and despite kicking a bystander at the end, he passed the test by initially staying out of the fight.
I think it's the best reminder that the best self-defense is don't be there.
Basically, man, if it doesn't involve you, don't get involved. It's got nothing to do with me. Why involve myself? It doesn't matter if you know martial arts or self-defense. It doesn't mean you need to be a hero all the time. So,
And now came the moment of truth. Whether Nathan wins this challenge depends on if he passes this test. Nathan passed the test by not getting involved, and then you want to get that? Here.
The simplest thing is always get the out of there as soon and as fast as possible. But if that was like my buddy, maybe I'd jump in and help out. There's the safest thing and the right thing. These are two different things. I feel like I would have an internal struggle in my life to not do the right thing. Usually the right thing is the hard thing to do. But it can turn into a fight really easily. I guess the right thing would be to call the security, call the cops.
Right? They better help their man.
Marcus and Master Ken took their turn.
He punching on the head toward the rim.
And then running away. Plus, bonus points for hiding behind the hook. Although the next test was
What is this?
less straightforward. Obviously, the attackers went easy on Arthur, as in reality, they are world little pro fighters, and going against any of the attackers wouldn't be a good idea.
Bro, I think I could handle it.
Arthur did rather well in the nightclub challenge, but how to really do it, Masterkin was about to show us, even though he had that strength drink before him.
Most stupid.
Once the event finished, news came about Shane's condition.
Ended up having to go under full general anesthesia. I go under. Rokus's brother tells me what I said as I'm starting to come up. I'm Jimmy Jim from America. I don't know why I said I'm Jimmy Jim from America because I'm not Shane from America. But anyways, I thought that was pretty cool.
Or you change your identity.
I got super injured. Apparently, I had dislocated my shoulder, complete dislocation.
Shane getting injured, that was disappointing. Shane being a crap guy, I wanted to see how we would match up. He was a really good competitor, and I'm hoping he has speedy recovery.
It was also in my mind a big threat to the throne because he has such a well-rounded skill set. It sucks, but this is life to get injured. The biggest thing is how do you come back from injury? How do you come back from a loss? And I trust Shane to come back stronger than ever.
It sucks. That's not fun. Dude's just so strong that no one else can hurt him, only himself.
Unfortunately, even though he wanted to, Shane couldn't continue doing the challenges.
Of course, if this is a real life situation, no matter what injury you're facing, you can't stop, you've got to fight. But in this situation, with it being a competition, it's not worth risking the injury of what happened. I'm like, why couldn't they just put it back in place and I'm back in the action? Although you might do that and it might work for you, the level of shoulder injury that I actually have after getting the MRI, it's actually a really bad shoulder dislocation. I was unable to do that.
This can happen. So,
Dropping out of the championship, Shane's score was finalized, but the rest of the contenders were still competing for the title. Pro Fighter did his test some tests, but getting involved in the final fight willfully and failing to notice the man walking into the bathroom among other tests, receives 2 points, while Jiu-Jitsu competitor Josh also made a number of mistakes, receiving 3 points. Kickboxing legend Gabriel had a rough start in the championship, but in this challenge, he kept the cool head and made a number of great decisions.
Every time I see his name, I think of Viagra.
Soldier Randy was the only contender to survive the blindsided wrench attack, but getting involved in the final fight was not the best self-defense decision, leading him with 5 points, and with Randy catching up to the leader. The sumo champion Seth was competing for the best performance the entire challenge, but missing the sugar drink was the only part that kept him from a higher place, receiving 6 points. And while Adrian was fighting for the best score all the way until the end, getting cut by the knife attacker in the final scenario dropped him to 2nd place.
I'm kind of in the mood to go get some sausage and biscuits or something from Hardee's. I'm just like driving.
But the championship is
And I don't DoorDash. I'm not a DoorDash person.
with all the contenders facing a knife attacker while locked in the cage without holding back.
I don't know. This feels like if they didn't get like Master Ken, this is who they should get. Where we at? Where's his name? Is this like Dickens or Dickums? This guy is fucking hilarious. Like, This is a good one. Like this is somebody else that need to get on the show. He's funny. I'm like, ah.
These are the faces, man.
No. If you never see him, you gotta watch him.
Okay, now here today to teach you guys another valuable lesson on how to defend yourself from the real father of your child.
You are the father, Larry.
Factually incorrect. We all know that sometimes we like to go to a woman's house and get some food or drop off some forced government money for a situation that you didn't even remember getting yourself into. But every time might not be the best time to drive by.
What do you mean it's not a good time to come see your child, Larry?
According to me, I still haven't seen my child because that baby looks nothing like me or anybody in my family, according to Nielsen's ratings.
Well, why did you even come over here?
Because it's better to come over here than go to jail. Although I'm highly starting to reconsider my motherfucking options. Anyway, let's say you're over there chopping up with your ex-lady and the doorbell rings.
So wait, hold on. Someone's at the door.
Oh no, let me. Hey, how's it going, brother?
How you doing? I'm here to see Tammy.
Okay, yeah. What's your name again?
I'm Willie. My friend's called Willie Jr.
Oh, okay, right on, brother. I'm gonna call you Willie. Right over here. Follow me. Come on. Yeah, right over here. This here.
Tammy? Sure is looking fine. What's happening? I brought you some flowers.
Hey, Willie, what are you doing here? What is Willie doing here?
Willie is here to finally take care of his child.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that baby when I met her 3 weeks ago. Possible that's my baby. You called me over here.
As soon as he denies being the father that he is, when you have to go into self-defense mode, what you want to do is calm his nerves. Hey, but I know it's hard out there. You know, sometimes get a little close when I tell you something. It's hard out there in the streets. Sometimes you got a child, you really got to do the man that you is to take care of the baby. In fact, you look kind of famished. Would you like me to make you a sandwich? You can go back here and make you a sandwich. Four several elbows to the face and get him a nice government check the rest of his life. He ain't dead, but a valuable lesson has been learned and taught today. Be the father to your child.
What am I telling you, man? They did him a flower, man. Madhouse. Yeah, a madhouse. A madhouse.
Stay safe.
Cool. He needed to make a video with Master Ken. They would be so fun together.
Okay, let's get him. Okay, let's get here again from my custom-built dojo to teach you guys another thing or two about how to do the shit that you didn't know how to do before because I probably wasn't there to teach you. Again, I am here. Today's lesson is how to defend yourself against hunger, which often leads to starvation. I have turned my dojo into a culinary masterpiece of a facility today to teach you guys how to keep living and stop starving. Now with holidays, everybody like to cook something special, but I'm getting emails and letters on how y'all just putting up greens and shit like that. So today's lesson is how to cook the delicious greens that have been collared, as you see here. A beautiful array of seasonings and spices that you all may not have heard of because I don't think you can cook that good. Well, I'm here to teach you on how to collar these greens and possibly to defend yourself against somebody who tries to take your greens because they will be so delicious. And we all know the enemy loves greens, so he might try to take it from you. I'm here to stop it or help you stop it. I'm not really going to jump in your fight and shit. It's our business. Plus, we're not getting paid for that. Anyway, a quick lesson on cooking collard greens. Pay attention, because I'm only going to do this shit one time. What you have here is a delicious array of seasonings, along with the greens over here that have yet to be collared. So what you want to do is, first thing, take a little bit of coconut oil right there. You know, some people use lard, but I'm going to stick with that coconut oil. Put it in there like that. Whoa, almost dropped that motherfucker. The hand so quick that this did not hit the floor. Let that coconut oil heat up, it's probably already hot. You want to take about a half a chopped onion.
Dump that in there, just like that. Get that sizzling. And then you cook it. Some more onion. About a half. See it sizzling in there? Hot. Garlic. About, shit, I don't even know how much that is. It's about 8 cloves of chopped garlic up in that dish. Dump that shit in there. Get that a little stir. A lot of onions and garlic. Some people say that's too many. I see it, not enough. You stir that shit. It's hot. Just let it stir. Now while it's cooking, let that kind of simmer a little bit. If you get a whiff of that, people gonna start running towards you. They might try to take your shit. So what you want to do is, while you're over here cooking, the enemy might pop up behind you. So while you're cooking, you're looking at the corner of your eye. You're using peripherals. Looking that way, but still paying attention to these onions. You don't want these shit to burn. You stir, then you hear somebody sneaking up behind you, you just give them a, oh, these greens and these onions here, doing some good cooking here. You let them keep thinking you're cooking, then you turn on it, right in the middle of your cooking. They won't know what hit them. Because they so mesmerized by what's going over here, they didn't see this elbow coming towards their chest bones, crushing all this into a fine mist. We'll give you that one more time. You're cooking, you hear them coming, don't turn around, you don't want to let them know you're coming, then you just reach for another seasoning, and as you're reaching, dead. But you still cooking. That's okay, let the body drop, let the body drop, let the body drop where it is, you keep cooking. Now once these onions here don't start sweating a little bit, you want to add 2 chicken bouillons and 2 beef bouillons. Dump that motherfucker in there like that. Stir that up. Let that keep cooking. You can get a whiff of that. You can get a whiff of that. That shit coming through just nice. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about burning it because it ain't gonna burn. Got a little bit of what's got here? Some chopped jalapenos. But dump that in there. Dump them jalapenos in there. And you stirring this up. Right now it's looking like a little golden paste. Whoa. They're just gonna come and run it now. And once it gets to a lightly golden color, what you want to do is take these smoked turkey necks. Use that for seasoning, just like you would real seasoning. Dump that in there. Got these smoked turkey necks going in there. That's gonna season up them collards. It's good. Let that sit for a second. Now, as you let that sit, you're gonna have people coming around because they're gonna smell them turkey necks cooking in there. You already defeated one enemy, now the other one still won't come because they hungry too. They starving too. They ain't got nothing like this here. Now while you pay attention to your food, what you want to do is keep your ears peeled. I repeat, keep your ears peeled. So next time the enemy come up to you, what you want to do is offer him some of these delicious collard greens. But you ain't gonna really give him none. You ain't gonna give him shit. You just want to make him think that he's gonna get some. You come up to him and say, hey, brother, I'm glad you came by my house unannounced. Really, it's mad as hell that he came by unannounced. We all know we don't want no motherfucker showing up while we cooking collard greens unannounced. You know, want to come over with their plate, hey, man, how you doing? What you cooking in there? None of your motherfucking business. I didn't invite you over here. Why you showing up at my house without calling? As soon as they show up without calling, you invite them in. Like, hey, come on in here. I ain't doing them but cooking some collard greens. As soon as you turn around to tend to your greens, 3 bunches to the sternum. That's gonna make them not want the food the most. Less food for them, more food for you. Now as these get a little color on them, like you're cooking, you wanna keep that stirring. Let these turkey legs soak up all that flavor. And we got about 2 quarts worth of chicken stock or chicken broth, either one. I just happen to mix both these motherfuckers together to get a superior flavor. Hold it down just like that. Woo! Hold it in there, almost all of it. Get out a good stir. Yeah, mix it up just like that. And the key thing about cooking collard greens, once you create a good base, you got that tasting good, some collard greens gonna do nothing but soak that shit up. Soak it smooth up. So, I thought I heard somebody outside trying to sneak in again, but we ain't gonna be scared. You want to come in here just to teach them a lesson. Because I teach them a lesson, I teach you a lesson. You stir that up. While they're stirring, you're going to get a little salt, pepper, a little bit of steak seasoning. Dump that in now. Stir that good. Let that simmer. Get it a little deep too. As long as these turkey necks stay wet and this spoon stay deep, you can't go wrong with that, I'm telling you. I'll take a little bit of red pepper flakes. Sprinkle that up in there. Sprinkle that up in there. All this is just good for the pop liquor. Because if you got a good pop liquor, you can't go wrong. You can stick anything in there with a good pop liquor. I'm telling you. Oh, that looks good. Smell good too. You know, just because something looks good, don't mean it smell good all the time. You gotta see something that look good, get up in there, smell it. That thing smell good, it's ready to get ate up. You know what I'm talking about. Now, as this comes to a boil, let them flavors kind of mend together. I'll give it a little taste. Because we got a lot going on season-wise over here. Woo! You have never tasted anything so scrumptious. Woo! I like that. I like that a lot. What we got here is a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Put that in there. Just give a little bit of extra smokiness to what you got going on right here. Let this shit get hot though before you put some greens in there. Now, as you letting this simmer, you've already taken down not one, but two enemies who came to your house unannounced because of the collard greens that you cooked. Now, we all know that enemies got friends that are also your enemies. So when they show up, because they were trying to call them on the phone, and they didn't pick up, they wondered what happened to old Fred, but they knew old Fred was coming by my house unannounced. They thinking like, well, shit, he might be over there eating some good. Why don't we pop up too? Big mistake. Huge mistake. So when Fred, who is now deceased, when his friends pop up over your house, because they know he over here trying to get some collard greens uninvited, you just do the same thing you did to them as you did to Fred. But you want to get a little experimentation in. So when the new people show up for Fred, they're knocking on your door, somebody knocking. Hey man, I just came over here because I thought Fred was over here getting some collard greens. He told me you was cooking collard greens. And then I'll say, well, I always cook collard greens, but I only cook enough for me because y'all motherfuckers don't be calling before y'all coming over, popping up over people's house. But come on in anyway. As soon as you turn your back, he start following you like he your friend and shit, but he really ain't because he popped up at your house unannounced again and give one of these here. Man, I sure like them shoes. Where you get them from? Did you go to Payless and get them a discount? You will have no more problems out of Fred to get out unannounced anymore because him and his two friends are now deceased. They got 3 days in the living room right now. Now back to these greens, I'm going to give these another little taste as that pop liquor starts to simmer. Be careful not to burn your mouth because the shit is hot. Got some spice to that motherfucker. Now, as far as the collard greens, you can get pretty much any collard greens. I know they come pre-washed. It say pre-washed on the bag and shit like that, but I don't trust them motherfuckers. I don't know who washed them greens. I wash my own greens. I don't care how many times the bag say we don't wash these motherfuckers already. You wash that shit again. Like the rocket pebbles, all kinds of shit for the greens. Wash your motherfucking greens.
Oh my God. Oh, he's one of like I randomly came across him like a year ago. He was so funny. He did that big. I think I got less than. I don't know if he got more than 100,000 subscribers yet.
My 401ks from old jobs were scattered. Probably like yours if you've ever changed jobs.
He probably do.
Coming to a nice little bar right there. See the steam coming out that motherfucker?
Oh, he got 108. Ain't bad. He good. He need to go ahead and, get more than that.
Because he showed up unannounced.
I don't know. If y'all ain't never seen this dude so funny.
You wouldn't be laying on the floor in your house. The only person you want to invite over at this time is a sweet lady that you've been having your eye on for about 2 to 3 months. I never said that to her. But that's y'all. I always say something the first time I see somebody because I ain't scared. I'm scared of nothing. So she should be coming here in like a few minutes or whatever. I told her where I live. But, just in case she don't. That's just more greens for me. I see her tomorrow and ask her why she ain't show up. Now, once you see that pot liquor come to a nice rolling ball like that, what you want to do is keep stirring. You stick that stick in there, and you keep on stirring it. The more you stir it, the wetter it's going to get. Because we all know, the wetter, the better. Okay, you see me good from all this flavor coming up like this motherfucker. You see it? You smell it? Oh, y'all can't smell it. Because we ain't got smell of it yet. I heard it's supposed to be coming next year. It smells good. It smells like a delicious woman. You ever know how a delicious woman smells? Like this, like Calgary. If you ever find a woman and she smells like this, you got yourself a keeper. Because we all love a woman that smells like collard greens. Now, once you come into a rolling ball like that, you're going to take some collard greens, pre-washed, and gently dump all this shit up in that pot liquor. Every last bit of it. Don't be scared about overflowing it. That's cool, because this is going to cook down into something delicious. Just go ahead and just get a handful of that and stuff it up in that motherfucker. Hear that noise? That means you're in that deep. Hear that bubbling? Anytime you hear that bubbling, that flavor getting in that deep. Well, y'all know, the deeper, the better.
Oh, the extra wild.
You gotta smash it up in there. As long as it's juicy, you can keep on smashing. I can't wait to eat these. I kind of want to eat it now, but it's raw. They wait till they cook down. You know, some of you motherfuckers be eating this shit raw. I ain't too much of a raw kind of eater. I eat, but I don't eat it raw. I like to cook mine and simmer mine down. Let it marinate in that sauce and that juice right there. Yeah. What you're going to do is scoop them turkey necks up from the bottom and let them sit on top with the greens so you can get that flavor all the way through. Yeah, now it's all. You hear that?
Oh, that's
You
stupid.
hear that sound? That means it's good. That's the sound of good. Listen to that. Okay, that's it. I'm all over. Stir it out, burn it. Because y'all used to this. It's good and juicy. See, I get shit this juicy all the time. Let me clean up my workspace. Let's get rid of some of this shit. And the flavor just will intensify as it gets deeper into the greens and into its cooking process. So I'm not only a master of defense, I'm a master of the culinary arts. Now you want to take these jalapenos. Now I know you motherfuckers don't put jalapenos in your greens, but these ain't your greens. These are mine. Take these jalapenos, sprinkle that, and the juice. See the jalapeno juice? Go ahead and put that in there. In fact, dump all of it. You stir that up. Now, one of the last things we want to do is collard greens tend to be a tad bit bitter. No matter how much you season them, even though they're right on point now, since collard greens are naturally kind of bitter, you just want to take a little bit of sugar. Don't get scared and you write me no letters and shit about putting sugar in greens. Trust me, you ain't want to taste it. It don't taste like no fucking fruit pebbles. It's just to knock that bitter down just a little bit. Just a little bit of sugar. Just a little bit of sugar. Not that much. Because you motherfuckers don't need to get y'all blood sugar higher than what it is anyway. You stir it in. A little bit goes a long way. So knock that bit out. Just a tad bit. Once again, you want to taste it. Make you want to punch somebody. Be careful. Sometimes season the greens like I just seasoned them, it just make you want to defend yourself for no reason. Just like I did. Somebody coming there trying to give you a compliment, and you just take some of them greens right there, you just make one of them. That's what you do. You got this going on. Take that again. I'm sorry for tasting this so much. I might drink all the pot liquor, but it's so good. Woo! I love that. Now, you see how these greens are simmering? They look like they done, but they ain't done yet. I happen to be cooking these greens in a newfangled contraption to where you can put the top on the motherfucker and you lock it. And it locks all that flavor in. You close that and you set this and you let it sit for about 45 minutes. Usually it takes longer to cook collard greens, but this brand new contraption, I don't even know what you call it, but it locks in the steam and the pressure. We'll keep all that shit in, the steam and the pressure. Now, once that pressure reaches to a certain amount, it's going to lock up. You ain't going to be able to open for about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. You let that cook. Meanwhile, while that's cooking, I'm going to give y'all one more lesson on how to defend yourself from people showing up over your house, especially over holidays, unannounced. When we told them that I was going to be out of town, I ain't going to even be home. But they motherfuckers want to pop over at the house anyway. Got something for them. Got a good something for them. So say it's the fourth person pop over your house. We already gave Fred the business, so now his father-in-law was wondering why Fred ain't answering his phone. He might be scared that Fred is not even, accessible to his phone or whatever like that. So his father-in-law popped over your house and be like, hey man, I just came by here looking for Fred. He came over here and said he was gonna stop by. And then I would say to Fred's father-in-law, man, I ain't seen Fred. And then he'd be like, well, his car is parked outside. And then I look outside and be like, I don't know who car that is, but why don't you come on in? And you let him in, and that's the fourth person that done popped over your house over the holidays unannounced. So you give him a seat at the table. And be like, oh man, come on, Philip. That's his father-in-law name. Hey, come on in, Philip. I was in here cooking some collard greens. Just you have a seat right here at the table. Would you like a taste? And as soon as he say, oh man, I sure would like a taste, you give him one of these. Skull courses to the top of the head will make him not want to kill this collard greens unannounced. You see, these collard greens is also people who are invited over here, not for people who just want to pop up at your house unannounced. So Fred, father-in-law, he popped up unannounced. He got to get the business. 4 skull courses to the top of the head. I'm sorry, Fred. Self-defense of the greens. Don't let nobody get them if they show up at your house unannounced. Except the lady friend who has yet to show up yet. But she coming. Always one. So you want to let this show up for about 45 minutes, and they'll be good to go. Cooking with Nigga Minute Dojo will return after these messages.
Oh, there's still some going on. Oh, I guess I was waiting for me to get done cooking. I don't know if I want to play Fortnite or watch some more Ultimate Self-Defense Championship.
Your show, then get you one of these. Your own Larry Nickel into the dojo hoodie to keep you warm in the winter months. There's a nice Larry Nickel.
Yo, I might have to get one of those.
That also keeps you warm. If you happen to be hot, then get you one of these. Your own personal Larry Nickel, beach slide and slippery, like a walking on Crisco t-shirt. This keeps you cool in the summer months. If you happen to be hot and cold at the same time, you can get both of these. Slice one down the middle, slice the other one down the middle, and sew these motherfuckers together. That way you have one side hot and one side cool, just like the BLT. So get on down to LarryNickle.com, get you one and or both of these fine garments. Please hurry, because the gas company has turned off the heat in the dojo, and I really need to send them some money to turn it back on, because it gets colder here. Get on down to LarryNickle.com, get you one of these fine garments. Today. Okay, Larry Nickel here again, after we don't let them collard greens stew in that delicious pot liquor that we have just prepared for about 45 minutes. What you want to do now is get that steam out. Get all that flavor out. Then squirt all out of it now.
Let that come on out. There you go. Yeah. Get all that out there. Because you can't take the top off this motherfucker till you get that steam out. You don't want to blow your face off. Many times I've been trying to take the top off the pressure cooker before it's time to end up blowing your hands and face off and shit like that. Ain't about that over here. Dang, I'm about to blow out this box. So you're gonna let that steam out and let that come on out. There you go. Yeah. Now once you pull that top to the left, you ready to take it off? Woo! My goodness. Do you see what we have here? These greens have been collared and smoked by the turkey necks. Look at that. And I put a little bit of extra powder in there because sometimes I just like to take that out and eat it as a soup. Now what you want to do is, you stir that over there one more time, take you a good scoop out of there, just like this. Let it drip just a little bit, but you want that liquor. You want that juice in there. So like I said before, the wetter the better. You get a good heaping or two in that pot right there. Yeah, just top it up like that. Get that in there. Sit that to the side for later. Put that top back on there like that though. Look what we have here. Greens that have been deliciously collared for your pleasure. Fresh apple dodo. You ain't know I can do it. This is multifaceted dodo.
I might watch one more of his videos. How do yeah.
Kicking your ass and pulling out your screen. Chopping off toes, choking your ass with the water hose. Now once you get these greens up in this bowl like this, you just want to give them a taste.
Watch one of his videos, then watch some more USDC, then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that.
You talking about some good shit right there.
I might watch more than one. He has some like kind of quick videos.
Somebody in the face for no reason. I suggest you not do that, but if you got to, you just gotta do what you gotta do. We'll take a little bite of that. Okay, I'm talking. She's so good. There's been another lesson that you have never known before.
This has been Cooking with Diggle in the Dojo. Join us next week.
I if he really got a comic book. I need to look that up and see if he really got a comic book. He be live? What? That was a year ago. Oh, yeah, he played Black Myth. Yeah, I want to actually see him live. That'd probably be fun. How to eat crawfish. Okay, that's a one. I want to say how to eat crawfish. That one. I'll watch this one.
What if that beach view they're from?
Oh, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, Larry did here today in my custom built dojo to teach you guys another lesson about some shit y'all probably didn't know before, but now I am here to teach you. Today's lesson is something a little bit different than what I normally teach. Normally I teach you guys on how to defend yourself, maybe you cook some greens or some shit like that. But today, I'm strictly teaching on how to eat. And today's eating subject is the delicious crawfish, as you see here, prepared specially in this tray of tinfoil with sausage, and corn, and potatoes. You gotta have your sausage.
I've never had crawfish. I had Chancy crawfish. Just don't eat it.
Y'all don't know how to eat them. That's why y'all scared of them. But it's a technique to eat these motherfuckers. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay, what you wanna do is get you a tinfoil pan like I got here. Now you see the delicious mud bubbles here. You still got the face on them. What you want to do is, you take it, you break the ass off. I like to do the technique of giving a squeeze, like that. And I take this shell off the top part, then you squeeze the bottom, pull that motherfucker straight out like that. Give it a good cleaning.
I actually want to try some crawfish.
And all you got is that delicious meat right there. What you do is, you smell that motherfucker. Make sure it smells good. Season then you eat it out.
Oh, shit.
Let me try that one more time.
Take one of these crawfish right there. Right there.
Let me get my light.
Squeeze it. One time. Just crack it. Don't push the meat on this side, because that's where the good shit is. Peel the top part off the shell. Maybe a little bit more. You squeeze the back part. So what that jump. Got that fresh meat right there. Now let me teach y'all in slow motion, because some of y'all be trying to eat it all fast and shit. And sometimes you just gotta take your time. Eat real slow. What you wanna do is find the best one.
That's big.
They like big. You take that ass, break that off. Now some of y'all like to suck the head on these motherfuckers. Ain't too much of a head sucker. You know, no qualms to the people who like to suck heads, but it's just not for me. I leave that to other people. And you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you take that head, hook it off, and hook that head, and I'm gonna get on his ass right here. Again, give it a crunch, not a squish, and squish all of the meat. Peel that shell right off that tip. Squeeze, then you pull, slap that shell right back in there. Clean that motherfucker out, because you feel like you went to a buffet before you got here. You got that meat. Now, if you keep on messing with this and eating all through it, it's going to mess up everything. Everything going to get soaked with all that juice. But you know what I always say? Ain't nothing wrong with a little extra juice running everywhere, all over the floor and all over the couch and shit. Let me get some of this corn. Take a break for a minute. Just 1 second. I got to get some. You see, when I eat that corn, when I get down up in there, I like to get my face all in. I see a bunch of shit on my face right now, but hey, it's working. It definitely works. You want to impress somebody, get your face all in. And sometimes it gets too spicy, you like to cool yourself off. I like to cool myself off, but it comes up. In fact, if it can't cool, you can make anything. You can stick anything up in there, motherfucker. Cool and refreshing. Oh, that's good. Whatever you put in there, motherfucker, is going to be good. And if it comes up, can't cool up. Back to the crawfish. Oh, look at this. He got one hand. He must be a disabled crawfish. Well, he gets equal treatment too. Oh, you should disable motherfucker. We call that equal opportunity. Crawfish with one arm, he gets the same treatment as the crawfish with 2 arms. This motherfucker. His ass. Another one of the potatoes. Get another one of these. I don't even know if we got so much food here. Another piece of corn right there. I'm biting out 2 corns at the same time. You know what? You having 2 pieces at the same time, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as both pieces agree with what's going on, it's quite all right. Who the hell gonna come in and say you can't have 2 at the same time? I eat 2 at the same time all the time. Now, another thing that might happen while you eat crawfish is that the enemy sneak up behind you or your hands dirty. Now, one thing y'all know about me, even if I can't use my hands because they're dirty for delicious crawfish, I still got this. You will never see that coming. Foot to chest. Because I ain't eating with my feet, I'm eating with my hands. See? Get a little piece of this corn here. And just when you think that I'm too dirty to eat, hands all covered with shit, I'm like, oh man, I can't even really defend myself because my hands are so dirty for the delicious crawfish. Right from this sternum. The heart drop down from here, uphill, down to here. Bush it on the inside. Heart, stern, buster. Stern, heart, buster. Either way you like it. Just because he got my hands dirty, but I couldn't eat his ass. He was dead wrong. Emphasis on the dead. Picking through here. Look. Hello? Who is that? Thought I heard somebody trying to get in again. I don't want to come up here. Now while I'm eating, now while I'm face down, don't wonder if this is going to come out just like your crawfish in tiny pieces. Come in here whole, man. Leave out the chopped up pieces up in this bitch.
Well, what I'm gonna have to do now is get off this camera in the dojo and really get up in the air. There's some shit I gotta do with this that y'all can't see. But I'll be sure to tell you about it in the next episode. Thank you for joining me in the dojo today on teaching you some shit you ain't never knew before. Stay safe. Cooking with Nigga in the Dojo will return after these messages. Larry Dickham here. I'd like to ask you a question. Are you cold? If so, then get you one of these. Your own Larry Dickham Enter the Dojo hoodie to keep you warm in the winter months. There's a nice Larry Dickham Enter the Dojo logo on the back. That also keeps you warm. If you happen to be hot, then get you one of these. Your own personal Larry Dickham beach slide slippery like a walking on Crisco t-shirt. Just keep you cool in the summer months. If you happen to be hot and cold at the same time, you can get both of these. Slice one down the middle, slice the other one down the middle, and sew these motherfuckers together. That way you have one side hot and one side cool, just like the BLT. So get on down to LarryDickham.com and get you one and or both of these fine coffees. Please hurry, because the gas company has turned off the heat in the dojo, and I really need to send them some money to turn it back on, because it gets colder in here.
I don't know what I want to watch.
Okay, Larry Dickham here today on another off day from breaking backs and spines.
Let's watch the golf.
Okay, Larry Dickham here today to show you guys that I actually do take time off from busting skulls. And on my day, on my day off, I like to teach the uneducated how to keep their stroke long and deep, starting with a 9. All the way to the back. It done disappeared from sight. It's never to be seen again. Always make sure you get a practice stroke in. That way you can be ready for the real stroke, which is typically longer and deeper, like so. See how deep that is? That should hit the light pole that's holding up the net. Now once you're all warmed up with pre-stroking, you can get on to the real stroking. And make it as long as you can. I was a bit concerned because the last ball I hit broke the face of a bald eagle. And I never want to disrespect the chicken of the sky. But what you see here is your classic Cinderella story. I often have to watch how hard I'm stroking so I won't destroy the tender inner workings of the ball. You see, the problem with me is I'm just too goddamn strong. And it's hard to temper gorilla strength. I got under that one so good, I actually got a letter from the government that said I bust the window out the space station. I sent the letter back and told them they shouldn't have parked so close to the golf course because I was going to hit that motherfucker without hesitation. That one went so deep that the trees in the background got pregnant. One thing I like to do is pretend that the ball is a squirrel's head. That way when it arrives at the trees back there, the rest of the squirrel family knows that likely they should tread. If you learn anything from today's demonstration, drop a line, let me know. I'll work straight. Just like tonight.
Okay, let's do.
Okay, Larry Dickham here today on another off day from breaking backs and spines. To teach you guys how to maintain a smooth stroke every time. Now, like I said before, you always want to make sure you get some practice strokes in.
Them shoes, though.
You just go jamming it up in there, you might tear something up. Now, when you keep it smooth like I did over this first one, nature will be pleased. One reason I'm stroking so smooth is because of these smooth rock ripples that my main man, Stephen Smith, super designer, sent over to me. Now, just because these are stylish and smooth, don't mean that these are incapable of stomping a mud hole in your ass. If you focus on keeping your stroke smooth, there's a high chance of you hitting the bottom of the hole. And we all love hitting the bottom. There's something about the sound it makes you feel accomplished. It was a 747 flying over my head. I had to wait till it passed. I didn't want to knock that motherfucker out the sky like I did in the past. When you're stroking deep into the wilderness, sometimes there can be consequences. I accidentally killed a kangaroo that was spying on me in the distance. I felt bad and I apologized to the kangaroo guard and said a quick prayer. I didn't mean to kill a kangaroo, but he shouldn't have been there. Even though I'm super strong, it's not about strength all the time. You keep it smooth, focus on the whole, you'll be just fine. You see, when you're out here in Mother Nature, putting your balls deep and all the way to the back, she'll appreciate you even more, and that's a fact. Now with that one, it was a little bit long and crooked. But believe it or not, some people actually prefer it long with a little hook in it. I gotta admit, long, smooth, and straight is definitely the way to go. Because the most important thing is that you hit it and get your ass out the door. Because it's hot out there on the golf course. You don't want to be out there getting burnt up. Because nobody likes to get burnt. Stay safe and keep it straight. You see, sometimes you gotta leave a piece of yourself everywhere you go. And sometimes I can't leave the real me. So don't be surprised if you see me hanging on the wall in your favorite dojo or your baby mama bathroom wall. And please don't panic if you see me on the coffee table. Because in your mama house, there's kung fu masters are stable. Stop by real quick because she cooks some collard greens and cornbread. Yeah, she keep me fed. And I keep dropping off this head on over to the store to get your kind today. Okay, Larry Dickle here today to show you guys that I actually do take.
I don't know what I'm gonna watch now. I'm gonna try some of these games.
Now, like I said,
I want to try some of these. Where is it?
Before you just go.
Well, there's some games like that on you can play.
Now we keep it smooth like I did on this first one.
Did the screen up before the player?
One reason I'm stroking so smooth is because of these smooth crotch ripples that my main man Stephen Smith, the super designer, sent over to me.
Oh, wait, down here. I want to try some of these games. Oh, can y'all see me play them while I'm playing them, or? I don't know. I don't know. Roads. Can y'all see it? A weird noise too. Yeah. Can y'all see this? Let's see if it actually show y'all. I'll just show y'all. Okay. Let's play then. How do I? I'm tapping. Bitch, how do I play? Are you not gonna let me play? Okay, we're gonna do the game. Apparently, faulty rules don't work. Well, that was lame. Sculpt people. What is this? How would I sculpt? Yeah. Ooh. I don't know what this is. Oh, hold on. Shake. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm trying to find something to put on all that. I don't know. Go right there. We'll watch this in between of doing it. We'll get done scoped in. This one, then we'll start a video. How am I supposed to? Am I really supposed to do like? Is it? Oh, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I see now. God damn, I already know what I'm doing. Oh, look at that.
After completing 6 substance challenges and losing one of the contenders,
The fuck am I doing? Yeah,
7 marshmallow experts from across the whole globe were ready for
it's not done yet. Oh my, we're getting that too. Okay.
In this challenge, the contenders will go through a series of tests.
Uh-huh.
They will start with a physical countdown and without the break, will be tied up and placed in the dark room on their stomach next to their resistant weight. As soon as they leave the dark room, they will then be put through a series of fight scenarios, starting with
So what video? I don't know this. I don't know this video.
we have all
I don't know what I'm supposed to be fucking. Okay, I don't like this game. We're just gonna watch this shit. This is one game weird. I don't like it. We're like, ooh, hold on, show me.
Try the vibes. A soft gum with a juicy
The
experience.
game wasn't all that. I didn't really enjoy it. It didn't make no fucking sense.
I have a friend with benefits.
What?
A friend
But we'll feel.
with benefits.
I locked 8 martial arts experts in a cage with a knife attacker. Including a special forces soldier, a sumo champion, a kudo expert, and more, so you could learn from their good and bad decisions and find out who will become the ultimate self-defense champion. So,
How long was this episode? Only 37 minutes? Oh, that ain't bad. Oh, that's so good. I kicked the tripod, but it's still in a good spot.
the contenders were ready to face the hardest challenge yet, the Blade Game. They will be locked with a knife attacker for 25 seconds or 4 rounds, each with a different twist, and the contender who survives most rounds will win the challenge. But not all the contenders reached the challenge successfully. Promoga expert Shane dropped out due to a dislocated shoulder from the nightclub challenge.
I was very upset that I couldn't do it. It's like the challenge I wanted to do the most.
And from the 7 contenders left, Kudo World silver medalist Venus was going to go first.
It was like the most difficult one because the knife attack, there is only 1% of chance of survival of the knife poison.
No, it's not only a 1% chance to survive a knife attack. The fuck? I've never heard some bullshit like that. Maybe it's 1% for his ass.
Venus managed to pin the knife at the end, but it was too late. After tracking the blue marks on the ex-martial anatomy rash guard, it was clear that he didn't survive the first round. But we'll see if Venus will be able to survive the second round, which came with a twist. During the second round, the attacker loses the knife to see how the contender will react, but Venus didn't care about the knife. Venus chose not to go after the knife, taking the attacker down and not letting him grab the knife back. Then after finishing him with knee strikes to the head, Venus successfully passed the second
I actually seen somebody get kneed in the head like that. The head was in there bounced off a brick wall.
This Venus was given a knife of his own to see if he can beat an attacker in a knife-to-knife fight. 3, 2, 1. managed to cut the attacker, he got injured much more. But he will have one more chance to redeem himself in the final round with yet another twist. This time, Dennis was given a foam wrench to see if he could use an improvised weapon to survive.
The thing is, though, if you get you get attacked by somebody, you stabbed him in. No, most likely, no, I don't know. A lot of people fight through stabs. I can't say they will stop after you stab them in the face first. So now, those politics will stab shit out of you.
Dennis got cut too many times to survive this round, but in the end, he demonstrated an impressive combination. Dennis kneed the attacker, then hit him with a wrench, and finally, he used the atomic bear self-defense spin, stopping the round. Contenders who hadn't used the pen twice in the Surprise Again challenge could use it here, with the best use winning $1,000. If you want your Atomic Bear pen for a special price, go to theatomicbear.com/USDC or scan the code in the corner. Yet before sumo champion Seth began his round, the blade gauge already claimed its first victim. But Dennis's strikes were not to blame. During the intense challenge, the attacker pulled his back, and while the onsite medic checked on him, Dennis had this to say about his experience.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe will come at the time and you can get full power. Shouldn't be going like full power, but when you're using drive, you naturally do all this like 100%.
But if sumo champion Seth goes 100%, and if that will help him survive the challenge, we'll find out now.
Kind of a nightmare on all accounts. If you take them down, they still have their hands. If you fight their hands, you might get taken down and you might lose position. Then you lose a hand. If you knock them out, they're being stabbed while you're throwing punches.
Not necessarily. You knock them out with the first hit, they might not.
But despite the uncertainty, Seth did have a plan.
This whole time, I was practicing left high kicks. Because I know they usually hold the knife with their right hand. And the odds are, if they block it, they're going to stab themselves in the face. And if they don't block it, they will have a one-way trip to sleepy time. I'm going to throw a left high kick and I'm going to land it, and that's going to be it. Night long before. Perfect timing. As soon as you get over, buddy, yeah, no, we're still back up playing.
He missed that one. I don't think he actually hit him with that first one. I don't know if you should go for the knife or try to like beat the person down if you're being stabbed. Like if they got a knife and you don't, like you can't run. Like you're guaranteed gonna have to fight the person. I don't know if you should
He survived this round.
try to disarm him.
Because the judge, Mr. X, deemed the kick a knockout shot and Seth hadn't pulled it back. And any damage that happened after was discounted.
This was 100% a knockout shot because of the helmet and everything. So that guy could continue, of course. But if this would have been a real scenario, this high kick, 100% knockout.
I wouldn't say 100% knockout.
Even though he wasn't the lead of the championship, self-defense practitioner Adrian and former UFC fighter Natan were catching up to him. If Seth wanted to maintain the lead, he had to aim for a perfect performance. But even though the next attacker was going to lose the night, that wasn't going to come easy. 3, 2, 1, go.
He got the knife. I look down at the knife. I look back over at him. He does the same thing. I'm just shocked.
Seth grabbed the knife and used it against the attacker, surviving the round. But it had a cost. Seth got hit multiple times in the head, prompting a medical checkup to see if he could continue. Meanwhile, as crazy as it sounds, for using the knife against the attacker, Seth could actually get into legal trouble.
Yeah.
Whether he would highly depends on the the laws of the country, but the main points for justified knife use in most jurisdictions are imminent threat. If the attacker was still coming at you after you disarmed them, proportionality. If as much force as is necessary was used to stop the attack, necessity. If you could safely escape instead of stabbing the attacker, the law might expect you to do so. But in most cases, if the attacker is still a serious threat, many legal systems would consider using the knife in self-defense lawful, meaning that Seth would have a strong case in his legal defense, as the attacker kept coming at him even without a knife. And luckily, Seth was cleared by the on-site medic and then was given a knife for the first round, which he was going to use in a different way.
I figured Call of Duty style, I'm just going to get it and chuck it. 3, 2, 1, go. He misses to the left, and he also did not care.
Since Seth's helmet came off, the round was temporarily stopped, but Seth used this as an advantage.
This is a tactical opportunity. I have an idea of where the knife is, so I start to pick it up with my toes.
Since the cuts after the helmet came off were disregarded, the following cuts on the arm were insignificant, and after Seth used the knife in a brilliant way, he was given a win. And before the next round took place, I was impressed by how much Seth improved since season 1.
He was always a badass. You always surprises people with those last 2 years. I was trained hard with the Super Championship. Such a huge.
And he's one of the smallest sumo wrestlers too. He's going against big ass dudes.
That was enough to win the final round with the wrench.
I feel like I've been hit with a wrench 17 times at this point. Makes sense they would give us one.
Oh my, why would you rush in? That makes no sense. Nah, he's cooked. He lost that round. All the other ones were good. That one he.
Forces soldier Randy was preparing for his turn. Seth's final round was stopped early as he did enough damage with a wrench. But unfortunately, before that happened, he got cut too many times. Overall, though, Seth had a great performance, setting a high.
The military guys should be good because you should have that type of training. I believe in military.
My decision making was pretty stupid, but I think the outcomes were better than they should have been.
Meanwhile, Randy, who was catching up to the leader's points, was going to try to surpass Seth's performance. Randy demonstrated impressive arm-hitting technique, an important skill for knife defense. And even though he got stabbed 5 times, a doctor determined his wounds were survivable. But Randy didn't see the next twist coming.
I was very, very fixated on the blade. When he dropped the blade, he totally surprised me. I got fixated on the blade, dropped it, and I was getting lit up. I was like, oh.
They like the fighting the clinch on the ground too much. I'm gonna stand up and work your ass.
Randy technically survived the round, but the damage he experienced in the beginning was significant.
I would do that completely different if I were to do it again. I would have made it a scrap. I would have just threw bombs. I kind of pride myself on it being able to adapt quickly, and I feel like I did. Yeah, the blade's present, but there is so much more going on in that environment.
And the challenge was going to continue pursuing Randy. 3, 2, 1, go. While Randy stabbed the attacker in the neck early on, just right before that, he was struck with a fatal blow himself. But Randy discovered another valuable insight.
From all of the footage that I've watched from situations that have happened for real, you don't see hand switches very often because under stress, under duress, people grab onto that blade. Like it'll be a throwing machine, but you don't generally see a hand switch because it's a conscious thought. You have to release the hand and then switch it. In a training scenario, we don't treat the training blade with the same respect we would treat a live blade. Therefore, there's a lot of hand switching, which in my head I should have said, okay, it's part of the game. Now, what do I do about the game? Turn it into scrap.
And Mr. X agreed with Randy.
Yeah, don't forget realistic of a knife attacker testing the knife. Even the knife attacker, very stressed, adrenaline.
But despite the added unpredictable elements for the final round, Randy had a new idea. 3, 2, 1.
I'm glad they pointed that out, like how unrealistic that was.
Where he gets his hands up, he's temporarily distracted. Realistically, that's a heavy wrench. There might be some damage, but actually there. I didn't want to hit him in the neck, so I kind of like hit him in the head and then locked the pen into his neck, hoping that the judges and cameras would catch that.
Oh boy, been out already. If somebody smack you with a big ass monkey wrench and then jab you in the neck with a solid steel self-defense pin, you're not gonna keep fighting, like, because he gonna probably hit like something major in your neck.
After reviewing the footage, the judge, Mr. X, assessed that the throw wrench and stab in the neck with the atomic bear pen with full weight behind would have ended the fight before further injuries happened.
Hell yeah.
Jiu-jitsu competitor Josh tried out an even more unusual strategy.
I should say I copied the strategy from a previous contestant called the Jordan.
Randy was not easy on himself.
One being 4, 5 being awesome. I was like 3.5 again. I know I can do a lot more.
I think
I would have liked to hit around for maybe a minute.
they want somebody, Nick Irving. Now that motherfucker is hard. But that motherfucker something like this, because he already been like real self-defense scenarios and shit, like outside the military. I think he'd be great.
Jordan and my body dimensions are very different. On Tinder, I'm 6'2", but in real life, I'm 5'8".
3, 2, 1, go.
Bro, if you a grown ass man lying about your height on Tinder, is crazy. Okay, think about it. You have shoes on, so them cutting at your shoes is not going to do shit to you. Like you're good. That them 22 cuts don't even fucking count. But he cut the bottom of your shoe. Like bitch, I don't fucking.
Josh's unconventional strategy worked better than expected. First, he painted these strikes, blows that could incapacitate an attacker.
Yeah.
In real life, I would kick much harder. In this scenario, I didn't want to blow out his knees by kicking him really hard.
He also managed to kick the knife from the attacker and then turn it against him. But despite all the effort, Josh's femoral artery got cut, which would result in a quick bleed out. Yet that didn't stop him from getting the strategy a second time. 2, 1, go.
What?
Josh caught the lost knife, used it to distract the attacker, and then applied a leg lock, winning the round.
Oh.
Forward successful again, I guess.
Well, he stabbed the dude in the face twice, then put him in a leg lock.
I knew at this point the attacker seeing that I was pulling guard, so I wanted to switch it up a bit.
3, 2, 1, go.
The knife was distracted by throwing the knife at him and rushing him.
Did he miss the throw? Dude, you're like 3 feet away from me. How did you throw a knife and completely miss him?
Thinking that I was controlling the knife arm, I thought he was just like punching me in the back of the head, not knowing that he had switched knife hands and just was like stabbing me in the back of the head over and over and over and over and over.
Actually, and yes, people actually do switch hands when they're fighting with a knife because I don't know how many people have seen that video where he was like kind of light skinned looking guy jumped in the back of an Uber or a taxi when he was being attacked by some dudes chasing him with knives, and he was switching his hands and fighting them off with his left and right hand. So technically, people do switch hands when they're fighting with knives.
So I started to fake the throw, hoping that it would scare him enough that I would have a moment to debut some of my striking.
So technically, people do switch in. Like, there is a real scenario. When you think about it, oh, it's not really real, but I have seen it. It's real. It's not often.
Did this and then like kind of kicked the air, and then stood there for a moment.
While former UFC fighter Nathan Levy was preparing for his turn, Josh managed to strike the attack of the wrench, but before that, he got stabbed in the neck. And given that Josh was later cut numerous times, he lost yet another round. Overall, his experiments only a mild success. But in knife defense, that is to be expected, since as Mr. X explains,
situation with a knife, other person, our life, we prefer to face the gun instead of a knife. With a knife, you want to stay very far, at least 10 meters. We law enforcement are trained to hold the gun as soon as you see a knife. The presentation time from picking the gun to the attacker can surpass 7 meters in those seconds.
But Mr. X had advice.
There are 3 principles in knife defense. First off, you want to pinch the arm. When you are very close, there's only cuts, there's no threading anymore. The most dangerous part of knives is to get stabbed. Second, wrist control. You want to control the wrist. And the third principle would be destroy target. You will only survive if you are very aggressive and show no mercy.
Yet we're yet to see if our final 3 contenders, including kickboxing world champion Gabriel Varga and the 2 contenders competing for leadership positions, self-defense practitioner Adrian and former UFC fighter Nathan, will be able to survive more rounds than the other. However, before Gabriel could step into the blade cage, something unexpected came up.
You want to sit next?
Gabriel wanted to do the challenge, but once the doctor checked on him, it was decided that he shouldn't, which was not an easy decision for the medic as well.
Experience for me is pretty tough. I need to navigate between the competitor egos. Sometimes I need to let them decide what to do, but sometimes I need to be sharp. I need to feel like you are finished.
Yet even though 2 contenders dropped out, all the contenders were cared for in the best possible way. They received regular medical checkups, ate nutritious daily meals, and were given AG1 every day. Because the championship was so intense, it was very important to me that all the contenders would get their daily vitamins, minerals, and probiotics. That's why I contacted...
Oh, I said, what the fuck is AG1? It's a fucking sponsor. I was about to say, what the fuck is it?
Very best. On top of that, former UFC fighter Nathan, who was going to go after Adrian, was another big threat. In Season 2, Nathan won the Knife Defense Challenge in an impressive way, and Adrian wasn't very optimistic.
It doesn't matter how many times you do it, it is one of the hardest scenario to deal with.
3, 2, 1, go.
About half of them stabs I don't even count because he couldn't get no like real movement in his arm. Like he was moving like a half an inch. So like you literally wouldn't did no fucking damage for that.
3, 2, 1, go.
Especially he was holding it, so he couldn't even get no speed with the stab. So it would have been like slow motion poking you. We're getting his ass beat. He ain't got nothing quite big. You see, that little boy has a knife still.
It also turns out Agent imitated fighting.
Started biting him as well. That's self-defense, so there's no rules, so you got to do what you have to do to survive.
Right.
You hear it in the video, biting him. So my name is Mr. X did, because he was a bit shocked, but he's like, you know, it works.
Since Agent didn't get cut, he survived this round. And for the next round, Agent was glad to receive a knife.
So this was, I guess, a good thing for me, because there's a bit of an equalizer. I tried to make sure I stabbed here first. 3, 2, 1, go.
Damn, he got fucked up.
Agent got stabbed numerous times during the round, including a stab in the neck at the beginning. But before that, he managed to get the attacker in the face. And since this could have potentially stopped the attacker before he reached him,
No, it wouldn't.
the round was noted as a win.
I don't think it would have stopped. If you're really trying to go stab somebody and kill them, you getting the stab back, like, I don't know, like people be like in New York and across seas, like when they be knife fighting, like they both be getting stabbed up. One of them gets stabbed, one stabs. Oh fuck, I'm done. No, damn, I just got stabbed. They gonna keep trying to stab the other guy back. The same way I'm talking about the dude in that taxi. He was getting stabbed, but he only ran because he was outnumbered. But then he was stabbing them back while they were trying to jump in the taxi and stab him. So clearly didn't stop anything.
Although Agent managed to strike the attacker at the end, the cuts he sustained earlier cost him the round, and the blade gauge took a toll on him.
Exhausted. And I knew I would be. It doesn't matter how many times you train it, you're always going to get stabbed. Overall, it was enjoyable.
Agent also had a unique perspective, as in the first season, he was the attacker.
Being an attacker, you have a slight advantage in the fact that you somewhat know what's coming, you know what you're in for. But on the same token, I know how tough it is, and I take my hat off to all the attackers this season and past seasons. Without the attackers, this series is impossible.
Agent didn't manage to surpass Seth, but Nathan, who won the Season 2 Knife Defense Challenge, was getting ready to put on another show, even though it was realistic about his art.
You know, it can be a lot tough to fight against a knife attacker in a closed order, in a cage, in a jail cell, in a room. You have to survive for very low, no matter how trained you are. I still believe that you can hit somebody hard enough for them to not be able to continue attacking you with the knife. I still believe you can hit somebody hard enough for them to not want to get close to you with that knife.
Nathan also took lessons from the previous season.
I didn't want to punch. I think that time I got carried away a couple times with punching. I was like, I'm just kicking. I only punch if I have to, because that means it's close enough to hit me with the blade.
Makes sense.
3, 2, 1, go.
That's fake though, man. You get like
Nathan strike and then later kick to the head without protection and holding back could have knocked the attacker down. And since eating the stabs at the end were potentially non-fatal, it led him to his first win. But the blade cage had only begun. 2, 1, go.
try to kick that man's head off.
Kick at the end looked brutal, but it was full. And since in self-defense there are no rules, a technique like that could save his life. Nathan was also smart to grab, but not use the knife, as this would ensure he wouldn't get into legal trouble after. All in all, winning
All right.
the second round in a row. But then he was ready to test his knife fighting skill.
One. Ooh, 2-2. I guess depends who got the best cuts. Ooh. Ooh. Now he got one less cut, but he'll stab you all in the face.
Skills left everyone impressed, including me, the host.
That was the best night, like connecting the martial arts skills with the knife stuff. Like, wow, that was really sick.
Even the greatest martial artist in the world, Master Ken, was impressed. And since Nathan caused more damage before damage was caused on him, he won the third round, leading him with the final round to test himself out. Go.
Nah, he won that. Because he already smacked the dude in the head twice with the wrench. They're gonna say he got it. I'd say, yeah, you can probably fight through a stab, but probably a fucking monkey wrench to the head twice with like full force. You gotta be a tough motherfucker to survive that. They're gonna say he got it around.
Given that in reality the wrench could be made from metal, the first shot to the jaw would have incapacitated the attacker. As a result, Nathan won all four rounds, demonstrating an unparalleled performance. Even though Nathan was challenged on various levels.
And there's more expectation from the audience. But I'm used to dealing with pressure, adversity, round, real fight, real night. Happened before. I feel like I can handle the pressure. Pressure makes diamond.
Yet before we learn what points all the contenders received, and before we witness how the challenge was supposed to be done, as demonstrated by Master Ken, there's one more special announcement I have. If you ever wanted to try yourself out at the Blade Cage and some of the other USDC challenges, now's your chance. In 2025, I did the very first USDC retreat, and after receiving great feedback,
This has been the best experience of my life, hands down.
For me, it's absolutely special.
It's amazing. I'm loving it. I didn't have any expectations, but it's exceeding it.
On June 2026, I will be hosting the second USDC retreat in Lithuania.
See, I'm not going to Lithuania.
Season 1, Jeff Chan, self-defense from Mr. X, and try yourself out at the USDC challenges together with me, the host of the championship. And since they say train hard, rest hard, all the while you will be living in a high-end hotel.
I'm not going to Lithuania.
3 daily meals prepared by a famous chef, and daily access to pools and saunas to make sure you recover between the training and challenges. Worried that it's going to be too intense for you? There's nothing to worry about. During each challenge, you can choose the level of intensity. So if you're a beginner, you can try.
If I got the money to go, I would go. I would stream it. It would be so fucking cool.
More, you can really push yourself. There are limited spaces available, so register now at usdchampionship.com/retreat. The first 5 people to register will receive a 15% discount. And now it's time for Master Ken.
so special.
Masterkin demonstrated how to do the blade cage at the highest level, but now it is time to find out what scores the contenders received for the challenge. Jiu-Jitsu competitor Josh took many risks that didn't work out, leaving him with the lowest score of 3, while Grill Fighter Venus survived only a single round, which was also behind the other contenders. Self-defense practitioner Adrian surpassed Josh and Venus by surviving 2 rounds, but that wasn't enough to make it to the top 3 performances, leaving him with 5 points. Former Special Forces soldier Randy secured the 3rd place by surviving 3 rounds, receiving 6 points, and getting closer to the top 3 contenders in the championship. And while sumo champion Seth had an amazing performance, which got him 2nd place, that was still shy of former UFC fighter Natan, who dominated the blade cage by winning all 4 rounds, receiving 8 points, and catching up to Adrian with only a single point left between them. But with only 3 more challenges left, and with such a small difference in points, every contender had to do their utmost best in each upcoming scenario to make a difference, while the next one will challenge them far beyond.
We've seen this one already. This is the first one I watched with y'all. Then we went back and started watching some old ones on the last stream we did like this. But I appreciate everybody that did tuned in and checked out the stream, like, subscribe, the notification bell, share my content with someone you know or a stranger. They might like it and subscribe. But this is gonna be in the stream. It is 8 in the morning for me. So yeah, we're in the stream here. I'm gonna try to stream like 2 more times today. I want to do a Fortnite stream and maybe a Call of Duty campaign stream of Black Ops 2. That's what I'm thinking about. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's it. Go check out some more of my other content. If you want to donate, it's a Cash App link if you want to donate, since I don't have enough algo things to have a donation on my YouTube yet. You can do that. Or you can just share, like, and comment to help out the channel. That also helps. It's up to you. So that's everything for now.